I don't think anybody's here because I'm a little late getting started, but that's okay. We'll get some watchers, viewers in here in a minute. Come on up, Moty. How the hell are you, man?
Whoa, that was super smooth. Oh my God, I've never even seen this thing before. How are you, my friend? I'm pretty good today.
I'm good. Where are you at in the world today?
The United Kingdom, man, far away across the pond.
I know. I've been there. Been there.
You've been here? Wait,
Yeah,
which
I was
part
in
of
the
Kingdom
UK
did you say?
last year, actually.
Wait, which part?
London.
Oh, I hate London. But the worst part, it's like the New York of America. I feel like
It
New York
really is. It really is.
It's so terrible. Every time I go there, it's like it's like all the little towns in the UK combined in one and twice the price.
It is. It is. It's very funny. And we went over there. My son is studying French. And so we went to France for a few days as well. And just made a whole well, I guess it was just spring break technically. And it was a really good time. It was really, really a lot of fun.
Spring break. I've always wanted to be part of spring break. I was actually recently looking into it because I feel like I'm like the last age I could be where I could go enjoy a proper American spring break, get real like messed up. You know, I love the beers, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big fan.
Big fan. All right. All right. Well, good to have you on the show. Now, I don't really actually know much about you other than I met you at TwitchCon and you're really cool and we hung out. Your hair was different and
my hair was a little shorter.
So your hair was a little shorter and you were pretty cool. Of course I didn't go, I don't go out and party like you rock stars did. So we just hung out during the day mostly, but
yeah, I was quite busy at TwitchCon, so we got to what was that restaurant we went to? It was
I have no idea.
It was right next to the event too. It wasn't bad to be honest. It was quite a nice burger.
Yeah, it really was, and it was a good time. We talked, we just talked about random stuff, and I told you I'd like to get you on the show one day, and here you are.
Oh, thanks for inviting me on. I really appreciate it. I always look for fun things to do, and this seems like a good one to do for me.
Yeah. So what do you do over there besides streaming?
Okay, so I'm a full-time streamer. I'm not like giga famous, but I make enough money to make a living and live by myself, right? So I'm successful in that regard. Other than that, I go see my friends a lot. I try to travel and stream as much as I can IRL. Last year I went to Japan and it was like a dream trip. And I got to show, honestly, experience the world is kind of a big thing for me right now. Going out and partying is a big thing for me. More bars nowadays, less clubs. I feel like I'm getting to that age where clubs are a bit too much for me. But other than that, man, I play some sports. I do some boxing here and there. I don't know, man. I do a lot of different shit. I'm like kind of if someone's like, yo, dude, do you want to go to Africa tomorrow? I would like make sure I can go to Africa tomorrow, you know?
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Is now in the UK, is streaming kind of like, is it kind of increasing in popularity? Is there a lot of growth in the UK?
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry. I forgot to say, I also make music. I make music as well. And I'm pretty good at that. I don't know if you know what the BBC radio is, but BBC is like the biggest radio in the UK. And I managed to get my singles on it twice, which is pretty cool. I always forget to talk about my music, but other than that, I think streaming right now is in a weird state because in America, it literally is all the rage. Like even at TwitchCons, right? I go there and it's like, I meet all these other creators and that's why all my streamer friends that I always make are Americans, right? But it's like, for me, I've always been on American time zones. I'm always awake at these hours and I wake up at 6 p.m. UK time. That's how crazy my schedule is. I don't even see the daylight a lot of the times. But like recently, I mean, a few UK streamers are doing well, but they're on Kick and a lot of Kick are viewbots. I don't see any rising UK stars as you do with like every week there's someone new popping up in the American Twitch scene. It's definitely more people want to get into it. I think that's just the general way that everyone's going. But like right now, I just don't think people want to watch the UK. Majority, I mean, unless you're a woman, I think girls do pretty well on Twitch, especially
women on Twitch always do extremely well just because of the sheer number of degenerates.
Oh yeah, there's and a lot of them even if they have like British accents or whatever, there will always be an audience for girls.
Yeah,
live streamers right now, they're really, I think that the most of the UK guys who are, I guess, known are on Kick. But Twitch-wise, I don't think there is. I think the scene is quite dead right now. So I find it quite hard because I have to do all these American things, and I love America. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If I had to choose a place to live, I wouldn't live here.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's kind of just, it's rough on anyone who's starting here because there really is like not many branches to like look for collaborations or look for things you can do. Like in America, every week there's a collab going, there's a show going, there's something doing. Over here, we really got nothing, to be honest. There's YouTubers, very popular YouTubers, but and live streaming, no, there's like nothing.
Yeah, see, I've kind of ignored Twitch, and so I don't like. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like I'm barely even affiliate on Twitch. Like I don't make money over there that I'm aware of. I never have. I mean, I've never have anybody over on Twitch.
It's really hard. I mean, we have our mutual friend Gibbs. It took him like 3-4 years to get where he is, and it's like at streaming like multiple 55-hour marathons and not sleeping, and it's like it's a lot of work. I feel like compared to other platforms, if I would put half the time I would have put in my life on YouTube as I do Twitch, I would be infinitely bigger as a creator. It's just a better platform in general, I feel.
You think so?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I gained 10,000 subs in January of this year.
Oh, wow.
That was just off a couple short form contents. So I did a few short form contents. I don't really do many long form. I'm working on it. But a couple short form blew up and I just got 10K on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok. So like it just blew up on all the platforms. But YouTube paid me a decent amount of money just for like one like little short form, like more money than I've ever made on Twitch, just based off one little which isn't a lot, but like it was really fun to see like a 12-second video getting that much. And Twitch doesn't pay you for videos though, so
interesting.
So your YouTube
is actually really interesting to me because when I look at the business of streaming, like I have like
sorry, my phone just went off.
It's all right. It's all right. When I look at it, what is it? Sorry.
It's okay, man.
Just opened up something that I thought was closed and
by the way, can I just say I love your fucking background. This American flag shit. This American flag is just. I wish I had like. Steel. I wish I had one just right there. Just fucking. I've got a fucking gray ass wall, shitty LED lights.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
So this is actually a studio that I actually built it originally. This is a shed.
Jesus Christ!
Hang on, let me. And that I'll.
A shed?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll throw up I think I've got a pic. I'll throw up a pic for you.
That's amazing.
But so way back, like, man, I don't know, like right when COVID hit, right? And we had everybody was working from home, and my wife was no different. My wife was working from home too, and and she hated working in the house because we had at that time we had a newborn, and she did. It was just like so much. It was just so much for her to try and do the
just everything all at once.
To have just kind of be around all the time. And she was like, "Hey, is there anything we could do?" And I'm like, "I mean, yeah, right?
Built this.
I mean, I'm sure I can come up with something." And so, so I built her this shed, and I had a shed built, and this portion of it is an office that I originally built for her to use, and now she doesn't need it anymore. And right about the time we decided that she didn't need it anymore, then
I see.
It just sat, and actually on the other side of the wall. So this is let's see. Let me pop this up here. I'll share it.
This is a pretty cool app. I didn't realize I could even see your Twitch. Your YouTube chat.
Yeah. You can see all of the. You should be able to see all of the chat. Cool. Why are they asking me to ask you about Chud Logic? What's Chud Logic?
I think it's a kick streamer. I don't even know. It's crazy that someone actually knows that guy. But I went on like this one time. I went on this. Do you know Destiny? I don't know if you know Destiny.
I do know Destiny. I've debated Destiny.
Yeah, so I went on this like I was just streaming one day, and this guy was like, "Yo, Moty, do you want to go on this kick show?" Oh my god, that's a huge fucking shed, man.
Yeah. So let's see.
Looks like you could park a monster truck.
This is where I'm at right now. It doesn't look like this anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean it looks you've done some upgrading here.
This is an airplane shed. There's the airplane, and that's the other side of this wall.
You were building an airplane, or you just have like a What the Jesus Christ!
I got several of them, but this is on the other side of that wall. This is called the airplane shed.
Oh my god! Yeah, I didn't even have like a vacuum shed, man.
Yeah.
No, but so I was on this. I was on a stream. I was streaming, playing some Elden Ring, and this guy was like, "Yeah, mate," because I'm known quite well around the scene. Infamous, I'd say. I don't know how. I'm just known a lot by different people. But I went in the show because like kick or keep, and Destiny was running it with this guy called Qanthas, whatever. And they'd have 12 people on there, discuss a topic, and every round the chat would vote to eliminate someone.
Sure.
And this is a heavily political show, right? They ask about and I'm very unpolitical. I don't know much about politics at all, and I'm just a funny, goofy guy. So I went on there, and I'm with all these people like Destiny and this guy called Chud Logic. And I ended up getting top 2, and all I was doing was just making fun of people the whole time. So I shouldn't have really made it top 2 on this specific panel. And then this Chud Logic guy was just saying N-bombs. He was just saying crazy shit. I think he's like one of those political guys who kind of just says a lot of crazy shit. But he ended up winning that show, and that's the only interaction I've ever had with him.
Oh, okay.
But
I debated Destiny once, and kind of a Destiny takes on the world, whatever, and it was him and another guy, and it was about the January 6th insurrection thing, and which that's a subject he really likes, and so it's a it was good. It was a good debate, I thought, but I didn't get a one-on-one debate with him, and I probably could, but I'm just I don't know, man. I like debating, but
it's a lot, man.
Destiny is like, he can be like really good faith, but at the same time, he be really, really bad faith, especially if he thinks
I saw him debate Gibbs, right? And obviously, I don't know much about what they were debating, but yeah. I mean, I thought he'd be a lot more. He was quite passive on that. I thought he'd be a lot more attacking and stuff, but I mean, I guess Gibbs
he kind of mirrors energy, and he also one of the things he does, I think, is really interesting, is that if he knows that you are just not that good, and he just doesn't have to do much, he'll just sit there, and it's better for him to let you kind of spurg out and look like a crazy
fool. Yeah. And Gibbs just people calling Gibbs the beef guy. I felt like he wasn't talking too much, but I was like, it was a funny ass show. But,
Gibbs, I really like Gibbs. Gibbs is one of those guys that I originally I didn't like him, and I kind of went after him a little bit when we started doing the debates over on Prime.
Prime K's, right?
Yeah, Prime Kai, yeah. And I started going over there, and Gibbs and I didn't realize Gibbs and I were on the same, kind of more or less the same side. And
Gibbs likes to play like the middle ground sometimes. He likes to devil's advocate.
Well, it's interesting because there's a lot of people that I interact with that are not conservatives that have really good conservative viewpoints. They're not willing to not be a degenerate anymore, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of them are like, now they're political. They just want to completely set that apart from there. Because Gibbs likes to party and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
He's a really fun dude.
And so I've said this many times about myself. There was a period in my life where I just accepted the fact that I was going to be a complete degenerate. In my relationships, in my relationships at least. And so I just accepted that about myself. Like I just knew that's what was going to happen. And so
some people are too scared to admit it, man. And they become I feel like that's the way you live a really boring life.
Well, I think that people need to understand, the reality of well, people think they understand the reality of modern life, and they'll tell people like me, well, you don't know what I'm talking about. You have no idea about what it's like to be me. And I'm like, well, sure, I don't know you personally, but I at one point in time was just like you, right?
Oh,
And
100%.
well, of course I didn't stream, but I did stuff. And so you don't know this about me. My chat does, but there's not very many of them in right now. I don't know I don't normally stream Wednesday. I normally stream Wednesday night and not Wednesday day, but today
I
I've
have that
switched
exact.
it up.
I have that exact same problem. If I don't stream it like a set time, like it's night and day.
And so it's fine. But so I had this deal where, I went to a military school. I got out of military school. I went to college. I dated this one girl, thought was going to get married. That relationship just, went completely sideways. Nothing either one of us personally did. It just happened that way.
Yeah.
And then, about a year later, maybe a couple of years later, same deal, get up to the point where, hey, we're going to get married, and, really comfortable with this person, really feeling it. Something happens there, a big life event on her side that she just couldn't
Get over.
she just flipped out. I mean, I'm just, basically like changed her entire life, like dropped out of school, the whole deal. And you're just not coming back from that. I hear what people, I hear a lot of people talk shit all the time about, well, this guy should do that, or this dude should do that, or oh, that's not that bad. But I'm just going to tell you, man, sometimes you can do your absolute best and be the best, most Chadley, studly motherfucker that's ever swung a sword, and you will still lose that woman because they
Oh
go
yeah,
psycho.
100%.
Whatever happens, right? They go psycho or whatever.
I know so many dudes who can become like the richest dudes and literally get everything you want in life. And I mean, like, people like Henry Cavill, they can't keep a wife. You know what I mean? You've got these people who like fangirl over for millions of miles. Brad Pitt, how many wives has he had? How many times has it gone wrong for him?
He's on number 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, relationships is one of those things. I've struggled. I mean, I've had a million relationships, man. I can't lie. I just love women a lot, and I get in there, but each one I learn something from it. So it's like it's easier to get out of a place because you see what's coming.
So what I did is, I just, after the second relationship fell apart, I just felt like, you know what, this is somebody trying to tell me that I'm just not supposed to get married. Like I've really felt that way. And so at that point, I'm like, look, and also I was like 24 when this happened. Like, I was getting out of college. Like this was where I needed to nut up or shut up, right?
Yeah, just like concentrate on your life, right? Yeah,
yeah. And one of the things about and this is, I'm sure, true with you being like a streamer or some of the other things. One of the things that's really true that I find is that especially when men are trying to build something, when they're trying to build a career, when they're trying to get a business off the ground or whatever it is, or learn, they have to perfect their art, right? It takes so much time and so much dedication that women won't put up with that shit.
Yeah, you have to find a really, really special woman for that sort of stuff. I've given up a lot of relationships, and it's always for Twitch. And it's like, I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, I'm full time at this shit. I'm not super famous. I make enough to get by, right? I can still take them on dates here and there and everywhere, but I'm like, even though I've got 7 days a week where I have nothing to do, I feel like I'm always locked in. I'm trying to get to where I need. And I wasted 4 years of my life and I didn't say waste, because I learned a lot about myself, right? But I feel like there's so many, time flies by that you spend. And the whole time I was thinking about, man, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing this. And a lot of times it's like, it's me or Twitch. And I'm like, would you rather me get a job, like a 9-to-5 McDonald's job, where you see me like 4 hours a day and I'm tired and drained? So I could never make sense of it until I found a really nice girl who literally was like, I just want you to, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. And it's like, those are the really rare ones.
But they're really hard to find. Even if you do find one, after you've streamed like 10 hours a day for 4 days straight, they're still going to be pissed at you. Right.
Yeah. I mean, 100%.
And so I think that especially for men and some women, but mostly men, you just have to make a decision in that time period of your life from where you're like 24 to about 30, 35, that you have to build yourself. You have to build your career.
That's where I'm at right now.
Your life.
I'm all in right now.
Right. You go all in, right?
I just turned 25 and I'm like, I don't have any spare time for anything but this. I'm making YouTube videos. I'm working harder than ever. I don't want to be that 34-year-old guy who's like, man, I really wish I did.
Yeah. So, and just to give you my perspective, right? So I was working in racing. I worked in motorsports. I've never had an adult job and I never really wanted one.
Yeah.
And so,
I'm the same boat here.
And so I spent my life going to racetracks and in race shops, building cool cars and doing cool shit. But I mean, there were times when I would work 2 or 3 days straight, right? And sleep in the shop. And if I was dating somebody, the way it would go is to be like, first, it's all cool. They're really into it. They think it's
super
neat.
Cool
they think it's fun. It's exciting. And then they realize that I'm going to leave Tuesday and I'm not going to be back until the following Tuesday or Wednesday. And when I do, I'm going to be wrecked because I've been on the road for a week, going to a racetrack, racing, and then coming back. And, so it's really, so my advice to young men, such as yourself is like, if you're in that age range and you are really trying to build something, right? Like you really got something going, don't date seriously, right? Like don't, just set that part aside because the wrong women will blow up your entire life.
Yeah, and you'll lose valuable time, right?
You'll lose, right, because you'll be too busy fighting with them. You'll be too busy,
or trying to make it work.
You'll be too busy atoning because you feel like, oh man, I really let them down or whatever. And so what I did is between about 24 and 34, I guess, that 10-year period, I just built my life. And I tell people, I'm like, look, no woman in a relation that could have gotten a relationship would have tolerated the way I spent money or the way that I lived my life.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like for me right now, I've got this window. I feel like content creation is an all-time high. I think I have the talent to go all the way.
Sure.
I know I have the talent. I don't think like I know this is going to work out for me, but I just have to put all my time into it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the exact same point with that sort of stuff. I felt like when I was with a lot of girls, I would be like atoning for maybe not spending one day with them. Or if let's say me and Gibbs do an impromptu trip, I'm going to Texas for 3 weeks. And then I come back and it's like I'm going to a gaming event now. And it's like,
right.
I felt bad. I was putting this person through him, but like I'm just like, then I'm like, oh, should I just sacrifice? Should I sacrifice? And a lot of the times I was sacrificing time that I should have been working, not going on shows that had been super beneficial because I had a date night to try and make things work, and it never worked. So now I'm like, I'm at that point. I'm like, I love women. And maybe if I'm chasing tail here and there, I'm not going to say no, But like at the same time, my main focus and everything in life right now is I want to make this work. So
I think that's the way men should act. I mean,
I realized this like in the past year or two. So
yeah, I think that's the way men should act in your position, because when you my chat's asked me where's everybody at. I don't know. I don't know where everybody's at.
Well, my chat's asking me if I should quit taking Ozempic. I don't take Ozempic, boys.
I don't either.
He's asking about. He said, ask him if I should take it. Stop taking it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, they keep calling me skin and bones, so I'm trying to gain some muscle here. It's hard when you sit inside the desk all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but and then once you get to the point in your life where you're stable, then you can have the wife and the kids and all of that, and that's why
that's when the happiness happens. But I feel like living the way I'm so happy right now. I feel like the happiest I've ever been in my life, just doing what I'm doing. And honestly, I don't think that women make me really happy, and they do. And there's nothing like going home to a bed and cuddling. But for me, I'm like, the feeling of that is so temporary. And the whole time, like for now anyway, there's just so much in my head that I'm always thinking about what I should be doing. And I'm at a good point with that.
Yeah, that's because you're trying to build something. You've got a limited window to do it, and you got to be all in on it, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm at with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and that was the way it was. Now again, I did motorsports, so I was
a little different.
It's a little different, but it's not by much, right? And it was just crazy. The funniest thing was always like, I would start dating somebody, and they would, and I would think, you know what, this might work, and then I come home from being gone for a weekend or maybe 2 weekends or whatever, and I'd be at like Elkhart Lake or somewhere like that at a racetrack, and they're like, looking through my pockets for like strip club receipts or whatever, and I'm like, I don't have time for any of that stuff. What are you talking about? And so then after that, I decided that after the first date, maybe the second, they had to go to the track with me for a weekend so they could see just how much it sucked. And they'd see how little time I had.
My biggest question about that is like, where the fuck are you? Who's having a receipt from the strip club?
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't go to strip clubs, so I have no fucking clue.
I also don't. I feel like it's paying for blue balls. But Gibbs loves the strip club, but
yeah, I could ask him, but he's not here right now.
He goes with the women.
Yeah, and there are people and of course I never got married, so I never needed to get divorced. I've never given away half my shit. I've never had to, it's like people ask me how I was able to retire at 45. And I'm like, well,
being smart, probably.
I just I didn't fuck up. I just, that's
I know so many people who lost so much in a marriage, and it's never, that's why I'm like, I swear off marriage if I ever get successful. I'm like, it's just like, I can give you a ring, but I'm not going to marry you. Like, we can act like we're married. I think
depending, again, I don't know whether you're going to stay in the UK or if you're going to come, to the US or go to, Azerbaijan.
I'm definitely not going to, I'm definitely going to move to a different country. Not the UK. I fucking hate it here, man. It sucks.
Really?
There's nothing great about Britain, bro. Food prices are going up every single day. Like, I'm not a political person, but man, every single day you find something else that you're like, man, this country just sucks. Our leaders are terrible, just a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You know what's crazy is the UK is leaps and bounds above the second country in most arrests for online comments. I
did not know that.
It's like not even close. Like, we're
I hope I don't get you into trouble.
No, I won't. I wouldn't get caught doing it. It's people who tweet at the Labour and stuff. They at them. They don't have like a thing where they have like their bots on me right now. But it's like, it's definitely weird that we had such a free speech country, and then within a year we have 1,000 arrests in 2025 for online comments.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit. And they put the UK on. This is the only one that I suffered with. The UK Online Safety Act, right? It's to protect children. So I can't even type in Reddit/beer and look at beer on Reddit without having, it will say, they've got all these big companies to comply with them. That I have to give them like a passport identification to use stuff like Reddit or things that seem mature. Obviously, they said it's to protect kids from porn. No, it's not. They literally came out a week later saying, okay, it's actually more to monitor people. So right now there's a thing, the biggest thing in our country right now is that there's something to do with like the migrants, whatever, right? That's all what everyone's talking about, migrant hotels. And I don't care about any of that, but they used that new rule to stop videos being posted on Twitter. So you couldn't see things that are going on in the UK as a citizen. It's a lot of trying to control the citizens. And I don't appreciate a country that I can't even be myself in.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts, man. It feels like the watchful eyes on me at all times.
It's weird how the places that used to be so cool and you would want to go there are just like not cool and nobody wants to go there. I used
to love living here, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was watching the other day, and there's some content creators that were in California, and they drive exotic cars, and they're all about this automotive lifestyle. And I know people who know them, and I don't really pay any attention to what's going on. But I heard the other day that they've moved out of California. That as a matter of fact, I don't even know if they're going to have a permanent headquarters anymore in the U.S. And
that's crazy.
They're basically, I think, they're like traveling a lot internationally because in the U.S. that even though their car was licensed legally in Canada, where they're from,
wasn't allowed in the U.S.
It wasn't allowed in the U.S. And so even though they were following the rules that it can only be in the country for so long at a time before it has to go back and all this stuff, even though they were following all the rules, California was still giving them tickets. They were still trying,
it's
them
terrible.
over and harassing them. And it's like California used to be famous for its car culture and its cruising and just having all of this like great time. And then it's so bad.
I'll tell you one country that didn't let down, Japan. I think I would move to Japan. That place is different, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even about like just like I know people go there for anime and all that sort of stuff. Generally, just the culture, the food, how cheap it was. Like over there, bro, like for $10, you could literally buy 5 steaks and 6 curries and an unlimited beer everywhere. I mean, if you wanted that, but it's so cheap over there. The people are so nice. I didn't experience any like racism or anything like that, but yeah, it's such a different culture. But I feel like they'd probably hate a lot about being a citizen, right? I feel like every country has their own gripes. Sure. As a tourist, you don't really see. But I love Japan. I really did. I'd move there.
I like Japan. I like Japan. My wife's Chinese, and so we have houses in China, but I don't go there. There's just no reason to. And I'm a big, I do competitive shooting, so they don't have that in Japan. So
I used to have a Chinese bird, man.
Yeah,
I miss her so much. No, I don't. She's God. I'm just kidding. But no.
Got you right in your feels, man.
Yeah, man. I didn't realize we were talking about this. No. Yeah. I mean, China seems super cool. I never really thought about going to China. I think as a kid, I always wanted to go to Japan. Watching Karate Kid and old movies like that. Quite. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of. My dad used to own like a Blockbuster kind of shop before Blockbuster, like VHSs and stuff. So I'd watch all these fucking VHSs as a kid. So I watched all the old WWE wrestling and Bill and Ted, and I've watched literally.
Oh, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I used to watch literally everything. Blade.
Dude, where's my car?
Dude, where's my car? Blade. I mean, there's one called Freddy Got Fingered, but I don't know if you know that one.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. I literally watched everything as a kid. So I've got this massive encyclopedia of old movies. One of my favorites ever was Kurt Russell, and it was Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That soundtrack, oh my God, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that's one of my favorite little like cult classic movies.
I have the tank top from it because I was literally watching it with one of my girlfriends.
Express.
Yeah, I was watching it with my girlfriend. I was like, oh my God, with my ex-girlfriend, sorry. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, I really love that top, man. I wish I had that. And then literally a week later, she bought it for me. I was like, holy shit. I was like, it's on the reflexes, wang. I was like, here fucking. I didn't look as good as Kurt Russell, but my boobs were kind of hanging out the side. And
you're kind of you're kind of a British guy, so.
Yeah, I look like an average British dude, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people in the UK think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
They're like.
So what part of the UK do you live in? I mean, I'm not that familiar with it, but I know that like there's like London. I used to date this girl that was from Stoke-on-Trent.
That's close to me right now. Right now, I moved back to my parents' house for a few months between houses. I don't normally do this, but this was because it made sense to move back for a few months and then to move out again. So I'm moving out in 24 days. To a place called Leeds, but I've lived in a place called Nottingham, which is where fucking Robin Hood was.
Yeah, Robin Hood. Yeah.
Yeah. So I lived in Nottingham. I've lived in a place called Cheltenham, which is very famous for the horse racing. Originally, I'm from this little town where I'm now. It's cool. You would not even know it, but it's even people in the UK are like, where's that? But it's close to Stoke-on-Trent. It's like 40 minutes away from Stoke.
Yeah. Well, nothing's far away in Britain.
No, you don't even need to drive. Everything's train systems. So
yeah, I was. It's funny because I had a friend of mine come over here from Britain, and he's like blown away at how far everything is away from each other.
Yeah, when Gibbs was driving me places, I was like, "Holy shit, can we not walk to any of this?" Like, if you don't drive, bro, I was like, "You must be fucked, bro." Yeah, well, he wasn't going to rent a car. He's like, "Why do I need to rent a car? I can just." Taxi or whatever everywhere. And I'm like, no, I don't think you're going to want to do that. So expensive. And it was very funny because he had no idea how big everything is in America, how wide. So what state are you in, if you don't mind answering?
Sorry?
What state do you live in, if you don't mind?
I live in Tennessee.
I see. So I've been to, in America-wise, I went to San Diego, and Austin, and I went to Las Vegas. I loved Las Vegas, TwitchCon. Yeah. And then I went to obviously San Antonio with Gibbs, which was very, very large. Like, everything was so far away in San Antonio. Oh, I went to New York in January, this January. Holy shit, I forgot. That was very fun. But I was like, the whole time I was in New York, I walked past I was looking for the Empire State Building on stream, thinking, wow, I can't wait to see this, man. And because I watched it as a kid, as watching King Kong fall off it, I was like, oh my God, one of my favorite movies. And I'm like, I walked past it, and I'm like, where is this fucking building, bro? And my friend's like, I think that's it. And I was looking at this building, I'm like, it's literally just a building. And after that, I was kind of, my New York trip was like over expensive things and fucking Times Square was crazy, bro. The amount of people like different things that were going on in that like 2 minute. There was like one person was screaming, one person was trying to fight someone. I was like, this is New York.
Yeah, it's interesting how many people, what people's idea of New York is and what New York actually is. And so I actually had, so my wife's office used to be in New York City, in Manhattan. And so we own an apartment across the river in New Jersey. We used to lease a studio apartment in, well, I'm not going to, it's Tudor, what they call Tudor City, which is like 32nd or 38th. I forget which. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's literally like I could look out the window of the apartment and look down into the where the UN parking area is.
I see. Quite high up then, right?
Yeah, we were pretty high. And so we could see all the limousines from the UN, and you know, there was always, things were always kind of, you know, when it would get busy and they would block people off and or block off roads and stuff like that. So that was cool. But everything in New York was nuts. And the worst thing is that they had New York City has a city income tax. So they actually so you get state, federal, and city income tax.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I mean, obviously, I don't know too much about taxes. I do have to pay every year, but very much. I pay like $100 max. So yeah, I'm pretty good right now. I make just over the threshold sometimes. I'm definitely not prepared for when I do make a lot of money. But I've learned the art of like writing things off, which is pretty easy. For right now, my current donor goal is the iPhone 15, so I can do some more IRL streaming. But I know I can write that off as a completely purchase for my business, which is literally anything I can do on stream. So it's pretty cool as a loophole, because like anything that I put on this camera could potentially be a write-off. So I get to have some fun with that, I guess. Yeah. Like every time I go to America, it's like, well, it's a complete write-off every time.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
cool. Because you're creating content the whole time.
Oh yeah. So I make sure I film literally everything I do.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, then I have no proof. If they call me and say, you didn't do this, I need to have like a specific, I'm like, yo, Gibbs, bro, please record me doing this really quickly.
Yeah.
I love Mexican food. In the UK, we don't have it. We do not have Mexican food at all, except for like Taco Bell. So whenever I go to the US, like I love Mexican food, especially in Texas. You've probably had Tex-Mex before, right?
Yeah, we have Mexican food here, and we have Tex-Mex. Those are two different things.
Well, Gibbs took me to a lot of places. Have you ever been to Black's Barbecue?
What's that?
Black's Barbecue.
I have not.
Okay, so it's supposed to be like the best in Texas, essentially. And I thought it was so terrible. It was like, Gibbs took me to this place. He spent like $120 on this like big tray of meat, and he came out and it looked so good, right? I was eating this meat and I was just like, it's just flavorless. Like I had no flavor. Like so they gave you like barbecue sauces and stuff like that. And I'm like, but it just tastes like plain meat that you can just dip in sauce, and so you're just eating barbecue sauce.
Right.
And I was like, so I feel like I thought I was expecting some like crazy flavor, like smoky flavor. It's just meat. I was a little disappointed by that. I never had some good barbecue when I was out there.
Yeah. Well, next time you come over, you can come to Nashville and we'll hang out.
Ooh, is that close to Texas?
No, nothing's close to Texas.
Well, if Gibbs ever goes to Nashville, maybe I can coincide and join him.
He was in Nashville for my event at the BaitCon.
Ah, shit. Well, next time you do something like that, maybe I can try and go. Yeah. I was thinking about going to see Gibbs soon, actually, but because I'm moving out and stuff, I need to like prioritize what I need to do. Going to see Gibbs is great. It's great for content, but it's like my first I need to get like a better phone for IRL streaming, because I really want to just go outside more. But like my phone dies in like 1 hour, which was the biggest peak in Japan. Like I planned this whole trip for Japan. It went crazy, and I got there and I could stream for like an hour, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize my phone was shit. So I was just like having to charge it and then stream again and stream again. It was so dookie.
Yeah, I actually quit using my phone pretty much, and I use a DJI for IRL stuff, especially when I'm like shooting or something.
For live streaming?
Huh?
For live streaming or for
I can
recording?
use it for live streaming.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, the
But
DJI with the DJI camera?
it's Osmo Nano something or the other.
Oh, so the little camera.
Yeah. And
You,
it's got like a hat mount. It's got like a chest mount.
I didn't realize you could use that. That's
it's
crazy.
very flexible. And with the app, it goes right to your phone, and your phone screen doesn't have to be on. It's just using your Wi-Fi, and or
Brilliant.
your cell signal to stream. And then I like it because I can charge the little battery pack or its base. I can charge its base while I'm using the camera, and then plug the base on the camera, so I can stream a pretty long time
Oh,
with it.
so it's so I'm just looking it up now. So it's like you can attach it. So do you think that's like going to be better for streaming than a new phone?
I don't know, because I don't use my phone much anymore for streaming, no matter what. But
Okay.
my phone, even if I'm streaming on my phone, or using it as a Wi-Fi hotspot or whatever, I use Android, so my battery life is like crazy.
Oh yeah, they just don't run out.
So I get way more than an hour doing that. But my wife has an iPhone, whatever the latest one, the orange one, and her battery life sucks if she's doing anything like video or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
so that's the problem with this one. I have an iPhone 13, so it's quite old now. And the problem with iPhones is every new phone, they just make the old ones worse. So you buy the upgrade.
right, yeah, it's true.
So this phone will last hours. Like it'll last like 5-6 hours if I'm not doing anything. If I'm streaming though, it's like an hour. But I recently managed to use my friends in New York. He had an iPhone 16, and we streamed for like 6 hours, and his phone didn't go below 50. So I was like, this is what I need right now.
Yeah.
It's just like a work in progress. So I've got like my everything I need for IRL. I just need a better phone. Like I have the gimbal and stuff. So
Yeah, I have the DJI, and my buddy has the Insta 360. The Insta 360 is rad. Like I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty cool.
I've
But I
never
don't know
even. I
about the
thought that
battery.
I thought the Insta was like a Polaroid camera. Maybe it's like they made that as well.
Yeah, the Insta 360.
Oh, I
X
see.
or
These
something
look
like
crazy. They're like little tiny things.
yeah, like super small, and they're kind of like a GoPro, but the battery life I think they get 3+ hours on their battery life, which depending on how long you're streaming.
That's not bad at all.
But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to, and yeah, they're easier to plug into a battery pack or something as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Well, I know the
don't know,
top
man.
streamers.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't do the same kind of IRL live streaming you do.
Yeah,
When I'm
yours is.
I'm streaming in my studio, or I'm streaming at the range, and I'm set up to where, like, I use a drone. I've got the new DJI Neo 2 drone with.
Do you run all this through a PC or
Sorry?
do you run it all through like a PC of some sort?
So I connect everything to live stream to the web. I run it through my phone. Well, there's two things. Either I have Wi-Fi where I'm at,
right,
and I just connect it to my laptop.
Okay.
And run it all through my laptop.
Or you can do it by connecting it with your phone.
I can do it off my phone. If I'm somewhere that doesn't have good Wi-Fi, I have a Starlink.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. Starlink is very cool.
I put the Starlink out, I connect it to my laptop, and then I just keep rolling.
Pretty sick, man.
And so that works out for me. So then I can, no matter, and the way the Starlink works is pretty much anywhere in the world that I'm at, I can throw that Starlink out and have really good have better than normal internet.
I mean, it's only going to get better as well.
Sorry?
It's only going to get better too.
Yeah. Starlink is getting just crazy. And now they've got competition, so maybe the pricing will start coming down. Amazon's coming out with their, I forget what they're calling it, but there's going to be some other stuff going on.
There's so many satellites up there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's going to be really great for us because you know, there are places where you couldn't stream before, or even if you could, it was, you know, it was really spotty, or your camera would freeze all the time and stupid stuff like that. But if you know, there are guys that mount a Starlink mini on their backpack and can literally just like do IRL streams while they're walking or riding a bicycle.
Yeah, I saw someone doing it underwater. Like someone was streaming underwater with it, and I was like, and like they were diving. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I just can't wait for like one day. I think they're gonna build like a camera that can do it all in one.
Yeah.
So you can just carry that and do a literally waterproof camera. I mean, I think one of the coolest ideas ever would just be do some like diving content. I've never been diving or anything like that, but like imagine just IRL streaming underwater and just do some crazy shit.
Well, I know like with my GoPro 10 or 13 or whatever it is, it's one of the black ones. It will stream through my phone, and I can stream underwater with it because it's got the waterproof housing and everything. So you could do diving with it as long as you could get the Wi-Fi signal as long as you didn't go too deep, because you've got to get the signal to your phone.
100%, because Wi-Fi can only reach so far underwater, of course.
Yeah.
Nuts.
But it's still really good. And yeah, but it's so like when I'm so I'm gonna go shoot a match not this coming weekend, but the following weekend.
Like the shooting matches?
Yeah, shooting matches. I'll show you some. I actually have my. Let's see if I have. I'm gonna show you I'll show you a couple of things. Now, I don't think Twitch will care, but on YouTube, you just have to, make sure that I'm going to announce that this is.
It's the Admiral Gibbs with the 29 viewer raid.
Awesome.
Hello, Gibby.
Didn't raid me though, fucker. Anyway.
Yeah, are you on Twitch as well right now?
I am on Twitch as well. I have 0 viewers there, but I need to pay attention to Twitch more, but I don't know. I don't even know how to find the people who would like my content there. So,
I have no clue, man. This is a fucking weird game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see. Where did I put that? I think it's here.
Woo! What the fuck does wooed mean? Why are you putting the D at the end of that, Gibbs? Jesus. Gibbs, Jesse was asking, when's the next Moty 201 Gibbs trip, bro? They were all asking, when's the next Texas Royale?
All right, let me throw this up here.
Okay.
This is actually the Intraddle show.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. That is sick as fuck, man. You know what's crazy? I've been to America 5 times and I've never shot a gun.
What?
Every time I'm like, yo, can we shoot a gun? Can we shoot a gun? And it's
bro, I got you.
I'm telling you, bro. I never.
There.
It's like fucking John Wick, bro. I'm like, all I've ever wanted to do is shoot a fucking weapon, bro. I'm like, please give me a target and let me just fire one bullet, but nobody be taking me, bro.
Yeah. I just made that intro yesterday. That's for my gun prattle show, which I do with. I have people on to talk about competitive shooting or just shooting in general. I filmed an episode earlier today. It was really pretty good. So
it's pretty sick, man. That sounds honestly, it looks sick as fuck.
I appreciate that. I did that myself, actually.
Someone said I just did my concealed carry class.
Oh, awesome!
You need a class to like hide a weapon. Holy shit!
Not in Tennessee.
Sorry, I just got 10 gifted. Skiz, thank you so much for the 10 gift sub, bro. I appreciate you. By the way, let me shout your channel. Is it the same? Is it the same on Twitch or?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'll throw it to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, Skiz, my boy. Thank you. He wants to know do you go to McDonald's or have you ever tried McDonald's or do you like McDonald's?
McDonald's? Obviously, I've eaten McDonald's before. I don't eat there very often.
What's your favorite meal? They want to know though, if you do.
At McDonald's?
Yeah, I know. It's what a question, right?
Probably just a standard Big Mac. Like
I'm with you on that, man.
Just like nothing or
nothing
just
fancy.
A quarter pounder, like nothing fancy, man. Like
I know the big chickens aren't bad, but McDonald's in general is just terrible. I can't lie. I like Whataburger though. Whataburger is good.
Whataburger is can be very good. I put it in the private chat. The link to the
private chat. How do I find the private chat?
So over there on the side where it says it should have the chat window up.
Oh, in private. Okay. Here you go, chat. Everyone go follow Grid over here.
Yeah. And the Gun Prattle channel is completely separate, but
yeah, he does really cool content. I haven't watched much of it, but he says he does a lot of. Do you do anything to do with racing anymore, or
I don't do racing anymore. I don't do. I'm mostly doing airplane stuff these days.
I mean, that's probably just as cool, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you saw the picture of the airplane in my garage. I have several airplanes, and I'm constantly like, I'm getting them all to where they're like perfect.
So you just working on different ones at a time.
Yeah, right? I'm a builder, right? I got to build stuff. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You put a plane in front of me, I couldn't tell you where the engine is.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know brands of cars, to be honest. I don't drive, so.
You don't drive?
No, I know. I was doing here's the fuck thing. I was doing all my lessons, and I got to a point where I could drive, and then COVID happened, and we couldn't do our tests for like a year. So when I got out of it, I was just like, I was in a place where one, I couldn't afford to keep a car. Two, I don't need to drive because I'm in a city where I can walk to everything I need to be. And B, every time I go to America, people let me drive their cars because it's just automatic and it's like a go-kart. So
yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting with the cars in America. Like you almost have to have one. Like it's really hard if you don't have one. So
yeah, I mean, I'd have to drive if I lived in America. I was like with Gibbs, I couldn't even. Gibbs is like in a place pretty close to like fucking like McDonald's and stuff, but like he's like, yeah, you're not walking that, bro. That shit's miles.
Right. And that's it. Everybody's like, oh, why don't you just walk? And I'm like, no, why would you do that? That's a terrible idea.
I feel like it's okay if you live like downtown, right? If you live where everything is, but like if you live even remotely away from downtown, like everything is so. I mean, especially in Texas, it's so spaced, bro. You'd see like 3 buildings. You'll see, okay, you go past a Hooters, then it's like 25 minutes down the road, and then you'll see a Ojos Locos or a fucking Twin Peaks, and it's like, Jesus, bro, there's like nothing.
Yeah, no, that's a very real thing. That's actually very true.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Car stuff though.
I love that. I have some chat members here who love cars.
I think most people really love cars.
A lot of people do, especially dudes. I mean, a lot of girls actually.
And if you don't love cars, what good are you really?
Well, yeah. Who fucking doesn't?
I did most of my work was with Porsche originally, and then I did a lot of Mazda stuff, and so
wow, we're gonna have a preview of that.
Yeah, so
you're saying you built the cars, right?
Yeah, I built them and we raced them, and so let me do this.
It's pretty interesting. If you guys like cars, keep your eyes peeled for this bad boy. He's going to show us some custom builds.
Yeah, we'll see if I can get some cool stuff up here. And some of it's like really mundane looking, right? Like, but it's just it is what it is. So here we go.
Oh, mother.
So I'm so I ran in a series called the Pirelli World Challenge, and so this is my car on grid at the Pirelli World Challenge. Mine's a silver one. The guy behind me in the one with the flaming wrap on it, his name was Eric Meyer, and we beat him all the time. That's us. That's my flag girl. That's Chelsea.
Pretty sick, man.
And this is in St. Petersburg, Florida. This is in Utah. You can see we're going off-roading. We're over there in a corner, so that we're literally off of the track. So that's cool. This is do you know who Adam LZ is?
I have no clue when it comes to racing.
He's
I know Formula
a big
One.
car guy. So my mouse is showing up there. So this guy here, his name's JD Mobley, and he's a rock star. He actually raced in Europe for a while, and he was a really good race car driver. And he was out there testing with us in the snow. And this girl, the blonde, her name is what's
Courtney. She looks
like
a Courtney.
What's that?
She looks like a Courtney.
It is something like Courtney, and she dated Adam LZ forever. They just broke up like since they're
apparently someone in my chat. Does he ride BMXs?
I did used to ride BMXs.
Did Adam LZ ride BMXs?
Yes, I believe he did.
Okay, so someone in my chat saying they actually met Adam LZ.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, and so this is us out at the track, and that's.
Oh, it says grids. I see. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that car is fucking nuts. Is that one yours as well?
Yeah. Oh, so this is a 935. We ran this car at a shop that I worked at, and we ended up wrecking that car at one point, and it cost $65,000 to fix it.
Jesus Christ.
There's a picture of my car on track. That's one of my cars on a dyno in my shop. That's some crazy shit that I made. That's actually on my car. That's my personal car. This is from a friend of mine. He sent me this. This is the framework of a Porsche 962 or 956, and it's all.
Jesus, man. I mean, I can't even imagine. It's all
metal tubes. Actually, I'm wrong. That's a 917. I'm sorry. But anyway, it's all aluminum tubes. Let's see. This was David Leslie. He was a UK guy, Scottish guy, actually.
Scottish.
And, yeah, David Leslie. He was a really great driver. He's one of my favorite guys. And he actually he died in an airplane crash. But
rest in peace, man. Damn.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was an awesome driver. That's a 930 turbo motor.
Jesus Christ, man. That shit looks oh my.
This was a car that raced at the Pikes Peak Hill Climb.
That shit looks like fucking Speed Racer, the car from
Yeah,
Speed
I was
Racer.
only peripherally connected to this, but the guy that drove this is a pastor.
Oh my god, of course, like a mega church or
yeah. Yeah.
I
This
love
is
mega church pastors, bro.
This is an RX-7 that I built long ago. And that's a friend of mine's shop. That's a 908. That's one of the cars on track, in the rain. That's a great picture, by the way.
Damn. It's pretty cool stuff, man. I can't lie.
Yeah. This is in Denver. This was Phil McClure driving that car. Skip Saul's driving this car. That's the inside of it. That's me and my wife. And
type shit. Shout out the wife.
A little too far there, but that's okay. What's up, Smoking Spaceman? I know that you're an hour late. Our guest is Moty. He is a Twitch streamer from the UK, and we were just rolling through some of
the old pics.
Some of the old pics. Moty was asking about car stuff, and so you can't ask about that around me without getting some cool stuff going on. And there's way more stuff. I thought I had some video, but I don't know which folder I have it in. I think I have it.
Yeah, so my friend just sent me a video that he literally was at the escape park at a place I used to live, Cheltenham, and Adam LZ was just doing a vlog there. So that's pretty sick. I can't lie. Small world, eh? My friend sent me a video, and it was Adam LZ uploaded it 10 years ago, and he was just at a skate park. And that's where my friend met him, and it was in a place, that Cheltenham place I used to live.
Yeah.
What a small world. Yeah, what the fuck, man?
It's a small world.
He be driving cars in America now. Nuts.
Yeah, who would have thunk?
Dude, maybe I'm going to be driving cars in America in 10 years. No, that's not a chance. I'm probably doing something. I'm probably like work at the circus or something. Be the guy at the dunk tank.
Yeah, I got some in-car footage. Let me see if I can dig some out here. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. This is a reconnaissance lap at St. Petersburg, which is a street course in Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida. It's partially on an airport. And this is really short. Make sure I selected that with sound. Because definitely want to hear the noise. So I know I'm boring your chat to death, but
no, it's just for a lot of the UK boys, it's now nearly 4 a.m. nearly. So a lot of them, yeah. Holy shit! I hit myself. Let me mute.
All right, so. So
that was cool. Crazy.
It's like weird noises, right?
Yeah, the engine's kind of fucking crazy massive, but that's how it sounds in the car, I guess.
Yeah. So that's a system called the Race Keeper that logs both it logs both the data coming from the car, which you saw
on the side.
Yeah, that
it looked like a racing game.
It does look like a racing game, and it kind of is, but also kind of not. And I have some raw footage here that is really good, but I'm trying to, what I did with it. It's all right if I can't find it, but it would be cool if I did. Yeah, man, it's just different stuff.
Nah, it's all pretty interesting to me because obviously I don't really get to see that sort of stuff. So
yeah, so this will be cool because this is my car getting hit on track at the season opener at St. Petersburg.
Oh,
which was yours? But some problems there. Nice. Herbert there. I believe that's our pole sitter in the touring car class. Tristan Herbert lips the outside wall. We're now on board with Aschenbach coming through that fast King.
Sitting in that third spot right now. And Chip Her and Herbert. Boy, look at that, man. That's Herbert's wheel just came off, didn't it? Ooh. That's the left front wheel of Herbert, obviously, from that contact, Cal. Take another look at it.
Chip Her down to the inside, but there you see the problem. That's why Tristan was slow through that corner. And Chip takes the lead, and Aschenbach is right there with him.
Great piece of evasive to get around that tire. As we hop on board now in the office with Randy.
Wow.
So
just that's, track, man.
Yeah, I've been on TV a few times.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, man, it's just different stuff, you know.
You lived a lot of life, man. It's pretty cool.
So
if I tell you what I'm building in my basement, it would be like a fucking Jenga stack, maybe. That's about it. I couldn't even tell the first thing about a vehicle, to be honest.
Well, cars for me, cars like really super easy, like no big deal.
Well, hopefully one day, that's why you go for airplanes for a bigger challenge now, huh?
Yeah, the airplane stuff is really cool. The airplane stuff's really cool because I mostly deal with experimental aircraft. So that's even easier to deal with.
Pretty sick, man.
Yeah, it's just different. It's I don't know. It's there's something about working with airplanes or just working in general it keeps me feeling. First of all, it really keeps me feeling young. I'm going to be honest.
Someone just said, "Who is your guest?" He's a British guy, grid bet on Grinder.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I didn't meet him on Grinder. Okay, it was on SugarDaddy.com.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, we did meet in the city of degeneracy of San Diego, so that's true.
Very true.
That is very true. So I mean, kind of
wasn't bad.
It's kind of not wrong, but kind of not right either. So this is one of my airplanes. I'm actually in the middle of. I've actually cut the nose off of this airplane, and I'm putting a new motor on it. And I'm doing a long nose, and doing a bunch of work to it.
It looks like vaguely familiar with the planes that I used to see as a kid.
Yeah, it's called a Long Easy, and it's a.
I know, dude. We used to get these little toys that looked like these, and you could throw them, and they would fly so far. It was like
yeah.
It was like an upgraded paper airplane. That's what they looked like. That's nuts.
They kind of are upgraded paper airplane, but it's I'm doing a bunch of work. I mean, obviously it's an experimental, so I do all of the work to it, and it's it's just what I do, man. It's
pretty sick, man.
Yeah, it's a little different. So, but yeah. So there's a. I'm sorry, I was reading my chat a second.
That's okay, man.
My friend Jess says she loves San Diego.
I don't. I think it's just so expensive. I think maybe I'd like it a little bit more if I wasn't fucking a British kid. Maybe.
Yeah.
When I wasn't worrying about every hot dog costing me $10.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I feel like I had a hole in my pants,
You can just feel the money getting sucked out of your wallet every time you go to California, to be honest.
Shit, I had nothing in there going to California. I felt like the hole was just burning through the actual wallet itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun.
What else do you do, Moty? What kind of content do you normally do? Just walking around?
I do. Sometimes I do music streams where I'll freestyle. Sometimes I'll be inspired to make a random song. Right. I'll play some of the latest games, horror games, stuff like that. I do a lot of, essentially the way you would describe my content is variety, right? So sometimes I'll do IRL stream in a bar that people can send me drinks to. Sometimes I'll do gaming. Sometimes I'll do podcasts, dating shows. I really am like I guess a jack of all trades, right? Yeah. So I don't really have a niche, but my niche is essentially having fun. Like I want people to watch me, don't care about the content, just know that it's going to be a really funny time, have a blast watching. So that kind of helps me like appeal to more people because it's like who doesn't want to have fun, right?
Sure.
Half the people who watch me when I drink alcohol. Some people watch me when I'm playing video games. Sometimes they converge in the middle. So it's like it's a harder way to grow for sure because like if you stick to one niche, it's way easier. But like I'm trying to collect people like Pokemon from all different types of of Twitch, and then hopefully that kind of just boosts me up. But right now, I mean, other than that, I make music. I'm pretty good at music. To be egotistical, I kind of just I don't know what it. Every time I've made a song, so I made a song in 7 minutes on stream, and it made it onto the BBC radio, and that's like a crazy feat to have, to be honest. Yeah. But I'm not passionate about music, which is sad. Everyone tells me I should just pursue a music career instead. But I don't know what it is. My heart's just not there, Yeah. I feel so. So it's like my talent is. I feel like I'm truly talented at entertaining, and that's it. I wake up every day. I'm thinking, what can I do today to make people? Like, I'm always thinking about entertainment, and music to me is just like I can do that, but it's like Yeah. But yeah, jack of all trades, master maybe one or two. We're working on it. I want to get bigger and better. Like I want to take my ideas and be able to put them on the camera. But right now we're in a developmental stage, I'd say. IRL streaming, I want to be going forward. That is what I want to do next. A lot more of.
Yeah. Do you feel like that when you look at streamers like Cute House and some of the other teams or whatever they're calling themselves like that, do you feel like that you need to belong to something like that, or is it
like the Cutebot House?
Yeah, Cutebot House.
Okay, so obviously I actually first started going on dating shows with Cutebot a few years back.
Yeah.
And I actually went to her house within like 2 weeks of meeting her. And I was just like, it was pretty cool, right? I like going on the shows, but for me, I never felt like I profited off her shows. I felt like I benefited her. I went on there, I put a great performance on. I got the chat riled up. She made hundreds of dollars off of me. But for me, I never looked at it that way. I'm like, I get the opportunity to sit in front of 3,000 people and do whatever stupid bit I have. I'm dressed like a character and I get to just do some crazy shit in front of a lot of people. And then after it, I'm more like, man, I had a really good time. Or I'm angry because I'm like, I really put a shit performance in today. So I really just looked at it as a way to like test my funny bone a little bit. But I never in my life felt like I needed to belong to a house. I make connections with people based on how I be myself. I could never like leech my way up the ladder, right?
Sure.
And I feel like a lot of people are serpents, especially. I mean, I'm not going to name names. Some people in that house would step on you for $5 or a kick gambling deal, and I'm not like that.
Right.
I'm just a very honest to God guy. And I know I'm going to make it, but I'm doing it the hardest way. Like I'm not using people. I'm not like becoming friends with people even closer because she has more viewers, and I just can't get over that. And people tell me I should be like that, but I can't.
Well, that's the clout chasing aspect of this realm.
I just don't have that in my body, so that's the problem. A lot of people tell me, bro, you need to identify
with that a lot. Yeah,
I feel like if I just don't feel good enough if I can't make it just being me, you know?
Yeah. I consider Andrew Wilson a friend, right? And when he and I talk, we'll, we don't do it as much anymore, but we used to shoot the shit, and he's really busy now. And so, and I'm one of those people where I don't bother people about stuff, It's like, if you want to do something, come on by. If you don't, it's cool. But I've never like clout chased his audience or I've never never had him on to look for clout chasing or anything like that. Because it's not how I want to do things. Right.
Oh no, 100%.
And it's an interesting thing because right now I'm watching a group of people who are literally doing that. And it's hilarious to me from the outside looking in on it. And I actually respect what you just said there. Like you're just doing it on your own. You're
but there's people. It's not just pride, right? Because people are like, oh, you being prideful will get you nowhere, which is true sometimes, right? A lot of people's careers could have been way bigger than they are because of pride. I'm more for like, I'll take an opportunity if it's there, but I don't want. I can never ask for a handout. And if people feel the need that this guy's good content, I want to help this guy. I wouldn't say no. But like that opportunity just hasn't arisen yet. But I don't hate people who do it, but I just can't sit there. Like my whole body is repulsed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I can't do that. Because if I get big by doing that, I'll always have someone to thank. And knowing that I tried so hard and didn't do it by myself I think it would haunt me, man, to be honest.
Yeah. I've got Clovertack in my chat saying the only reason I even talk to him is to try and siphon off of his clout, and he's okay with it. I mean, a man's got to do what a man's got to do, right? So
100%. Hey, listen, man, I don't hate it. I just can't be it,
Yeah, I'm not. And that's really funny. Also, Jess, it sounds like bronchitis because it probably is pretty close to bronchitis. So my cough is. I do take my cough seriously. Thank you. Appreciate that. So a few years ago, I got bronchitis, and apparently, when you get the bronchitis that I got, it never actually goes away. It's always there, right? And so occasionally it will just flare up, and I'll just start coughing for no damn good reason.
Sounds terrible. I don't think I ever.
I'm not actually sick, but I've gotten cold, or I've gotten
it's the dust in the room.
That's inflamed the bronchitis in my lungs, and so I'm just suck it up and drive on. And
put some mud on it, man. Put some dirt on it.
Sorry?
Put some dirt on it, as my parents say.
Yeah. So what's your next moves? I mean, you got any big projects going on? You going to a new country?
So right now, my biggest, like I said, we've talked a little bit about it. I want to do some more IRL streams because I've got some stuff coming up. So at the end of this month, on the 27th, there's a big event called DreamHack. They do it in Sweden. They do one in Atlanta, but they're finally bringing one to the UK. And I got the privilege to be an official creator with them. There's a big gaming event. A lot of the top streamers from the UK and around, and this is big for me because I never get to meet other UK streamers. I'll go to this event, but I'm like, I'm going to be there, and I'm like, I really want to IRL stream this. This would be great content because there's all the new games. There's Call of Duty tournament going on. There's cars. There's fucking F1 things there. Awesome. It's a cool thing to stream, right? But I can't stream it because my setup shit, because my phone would die. So right now, my main plan is to try and, I don't know, do some crazy streams or try and do something to try and get this phone.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I mean, maybe see Gibbs soon. My main priority is, it goes like this. I get the phone, so then other things things that I'm planning now would work out there. Because I can do all these things right now, but if I can't stream them, it's just a wasted trip for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, what am I thinking this year? I mean, I really want to lock in this year, and if I don't really want to go on a trip who I know it's going to benefit me, because I'm in like this like thing right now is I'm rolling, right? I'm gaining this momentum, and I feel like going on trips can easily cut that short. Those new viewers who keep coming in, you could get rid of them, but if you can keep that ball rolling with IRL content and really do something there, I'm going to be doing those opportunities.
Right.
TwitchCon, I'm going to be going to both TwitchCons again. But other than that, nothing planned right now. But I don't really plan anything in my life. It kind of just works out for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I put enough good karma out there that things going to work out.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. So, Gibbs was saying that you kind of want to get into the debate side of it. Is that?
Gibbs will say a lot of things. I don't mind debating over some dumb shit like anime or fucking Star Wars.
Right.
But I do not want to debate politics. I think nothing. I just get so bored, man. And I'm just not that guy. I'm just not that guy.
Yeah, that's all right.
I can argue, man. I love an argument, but if it's about like, if it's about something I enjoy, then yeah. But politics, bro. I mean, at most, I'll come on and do a Trump impression. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of debating as well, but I also do a lot of, I do a show called The Day Shift, where it's basically just me talking news and politics and lifestyle type stuff, social issues, that kind of thing. And for me, it used to be one of my bigger draws. So I'm trying to kind of get back into that. So, and I think Clovertac is right. Content creation is an ever-changing thing.
You just got to get at the right place, man.
Yeah. Well, I think for some reason I stagnated last year. I hit like 14,000 subs pretty easy, pretty quick. Yeah. And then after that, I cannot get above 15. Just can't. Like I will get almost there.
Posting shorts and stuff.
I was at 14.8, right? Yeah. I was at 14.8, and then literally I lost 500 subs in a week before the end of the month. And I'm like, how did that even happen? No, I've not pissed off 500 people. Like that just doesn't work that way. I'm like, what's going on?
Biggest thing I think is you should. You post long form content.
Yeah, I do a lot of long form. I need to
do some shorts,
one of the things
man.
Is that I was experiencing some growth when I had a clips guy, somebody that watched the show and could
honestly, man, if someone knows what they're looking for with clips, you can really. I mean, like I said, I posted one short and got 10K subs from it, right?
Yeah.
I think if you're doing long form content, as long with shorts at the same time, I think it's the best way to grow, especially if you're YouTube central. Shorts are such a massive tool, and they get pushed to so many people.
Yeah, and the thing is that when I have a shorts guy that can actually make good shorts and watches the show and figures out when to make the clips, it helps out so much. But the problem is it's just so hard to get a good one and then keep one, because it's hard. It's a lot of work. And
I definitely think putting your hands in many different pots is definitely the best way to go. I mean, I think if you lock down in one niche, that niche can get stale. Like Gibbs is debating 5 days a week, and I told him, like, we did a stream the other day where we sung some songs, we did some shit, and we drank some beers, and like this chat interaction was up, and they were all saying the same thing. Like, I like the debates, but I don't like that debate every single day, right?
Right. Well, I don't like the same subject every single day. That's my problem. Is we get into this thing where
you talk about the same shit,
same debate all week, and I'm like, dude, this sucks. I've already heard enough about Iran already. All right, just calm down. Let's
I mean, if it was a new subject every single day, I'm sure you can maybe like offset that a little bit. But I can watch a stream of Gibbs if they're arguing, right? But if I tune in every single day, and it's like, as someone who doesn't care about politics, I'll watch as a friend. But it's like, holy shit, like I can't listen to that shit. And I'm like, how are they? I mean, there's no passion in it, bro. It's just like they're just doing it just because it's the only thing they can talk about.
Yeah, I'm really trying to break up. I originally broke my show up into two types. The nighttime shows, which were more debates, politics, interviews like this, and then the day shift shows, which are news, politics, and social issues.
I mean, it's definitely cool that you're branching out. I think definitely just keep doing stuff like this. YouTube Shorts is huge, bro. If you're not taking advantage of Shorts, you're stifling your growth, really. Yeah. Because Shorts can directly transfer to live as well.
Yeah.
You can actually stream right now, multi-stream on YouTube and in the multi-stream. So you can stream on YouTube and YouTube Shorts at the same time vertically. So you can make your stream vertical, and so it'll be in the Shorts feed. And I heard a lot of people have success with that, but you just need to look into it, to be honest. I don't really know about YouTube too much. But I definitely think just keep an eye on what, I mean, if you're, I don't know if you scroll much on the internet, but if you're seeing trending topics, just use them. But other than that, I don't know, man. Yeah, I think you're doing pretty well. It's just everyone has like points. I mean, I'm at a plateau right now, but all I'm doing is doing different shit and trying to collect different things. And that's all you can do, man, until you get that one moment. Like every video you post is a lottery ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just find it weird how like literally it just goes, it's almost a flat line when you look at it. It's just like it gets close and then it comes back down. It gets close and it comes back. It's and I do know, I talked to my YouTube rep and they're like, hey, he can't tell me if I'm being throttled.
Yeah.
But the one thing that he could tell me is that definitely there were people that were, doing like one report on my stream, right? Which the AI flags it and that knocks you down in the algorithm. And then a human reviews it and doesn't see any problem. And then it's no problem. So that's dirty.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be anything, man.
Yeah, that's dirty pool. If you're doing that, stop doing like that's uncalled for.
100%, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think everyone's channel is different. It could literally be anything.
Well, my channel is very different than what you do, and you're very different than what I do, and that's fine. I mean, you're, if I did video game content, it would be crazy because I don't really play video games. But.
I mean, but if you built your channel on something else, it'd be a hard switch. I don't know, man. I mean. Shit, video game content could crush your channel if it's built on something else. But you can do something in the same vein as what you're doing.
Yeah.
But similar stuff, debate style on different topics.
Well, I'll debate any topic. I mean, we actually have coming up on Friday, we're doing Nerd Wars, which are short format debates. They're like 5 to 7 minutes long, and it's literally going to be all about 40K. And Star Wars and shit like that. So it's gonna be crazy because I don't even know anything about 40K. Like I remember Warhammer when Warhammer came out in like 1986, right? Like I remember Warhammer, but I don't remember I don't know anything about Warhammer 40K. So,
Gibbs is a big fan of Warhammer.
Sorry,
Gibbs is a huge fan of Warhammer.
Oh yeah. He's big. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to help you out. He's actually when it suggested the Warhammer 40K as being the topic, or being the main debates. So,
yeah, I mean, you could do stuff like that. I mean, definitely talk to Gibbs about that. Gibbs has got good ideas, but also Gibbs also massively suffers from the same content drought right now. Yeah. And he's like, I mean, politics is cool. Destiny made his career or something else and then transferred into politics.
Yeah, well, it seems like most people do that, right? Most people they get big doing something else and then they transfer into politics. Matt Morris, Asmongold, Destiny, Hassan.
I mean, once you have a lot of viewers, they all have opinions, and then you can just divide the opinions, and then you become a grifter.
Yeah. And and again, I'm not a video game guy. So,
I mean, I think there's a lot you can do. I think you can just sit down and see what does well. Long form, short form,
sure.
just do shorts, man.
Yeah, I do need to do shorts, and like I said, every time I have a guy who does shorts for me, it does very well. The shorts do great.
Then get back on it, man. Just don't overpay people. You should pay based on how well each short does, maybe.
Well, and that's the thing is I was paying people, but it's just a lot of work. So
yeah, I mean, you could yeah, I mean, if you pay someone, pay them based on how many views they get, and then they'll work a lot harder, right?
Yeah, it should be that should be like a big motivator.
100%, man.
Yeah. So what else? So you've been doing. So you're going to travel to the U.S. Are you going back to Japan? Are you going to go to the Philippines? Are you going to anywhere cool like that?
Well, obviously, let's say best case scenario, I get my iPhone for IRL streaming. I think San Diego, TwitchCon, probably I'm going to do again.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to go back to Japan with a better setup. Knowing what I know now, but if not, maybe another US trip before that.
Okay.
Maybe with Gibbs. Maybe I go with Gibbs somewhere else. Maybe I'm thinking about Spain. Spain is I want to go to Spain this year. I want to go to the beach. I'm a big fan of Spain. It's because it's so cheap to get to. But I mean, other than that, I've kind of lived 1 month at a time. I'm moving out in 20 days, so I'm trying to save as much money as possible before I move out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my current situation.
Yeah. You know, I was probably not too far from your age. I actually, I kind of was more or less homeless for about 2 years because I was traveling all the time to different racetracks, and I worked in a race shop. And so I basically, when I was in town, I slept on my buddy's couch. I had all of my mail delivered to my grandmother's house. And other than that, I was in a hotel room somewhere, or I was in the shop, or I was, crashed out on somebody's,
the real grind, man. It's a shit that nobody sees.
Yeah, man, it really is. And it's interesting that, for like the first probably 6 months, I had an apartment that I never saw it. Like I was never there. And I was like, why am I paying rent for this? Like, this is crazy. And so I ended up getting out of that apartment and just, again, I was basically, I wasn't homeless because I technically could have lived anywhere I wanted to, but, but it's weird that there are a lot of people who just don't really seem to want to live that way anymore. Or go out and do things like that. It's actually admirable that you're motivated.
I'm living on the edge of my seat, bro. Like some months I can make $500. Sometimes I make 1,000. Right? I really don't know. Like if I make no money, I'm gonna be fucked. And I've been living this way for like a few years. I've lived in 5 different houses in 5 different cities with different people every time. Sometimes by myself. I've lived a lot of life. I feel like already, and I have a lot of experiences and so many funny stories. But I mean, it's hard, man, but like sometimes I pay rent and sacrifice eating well, but it's like, I'm not unhappy. I'm like, I feel like if anything, I need to be uncomfortable because if I get comfy, bro, I'm never going to make it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And, it's one of those things where, there is that saying, you have to live like nobody else will. So later you can live like nobody else can.
The hard work now or the hard work later.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. So for me, what I ended up doing was, I was chasing skills, right? I wanted to be able to do this. So I had to go work with this guy to get have him teach me how to do this, right? And then once I learned that and I mastered that, then I needed this skill over here. So I had to go work for that guy. And a lot of times it was like, we can only pay you X amount. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, man. It's definitely fun, man. I like living like this. I mean, sometimes it's like, man, I wish I had stable income, but then sometimes like I wouldn't like what I need to do to get that.
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest thing when you don't have a stable income like that is you really need to like be like
just be good at saving.
Yeah, you need to be really honest with yourself and be like, I should not own an apartment.
Oh yeah, I mean, I share with people, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad, and I feel like it gives me like a goal. So my new apartment I'm moving into is gonna be like 400 to 500 a month. No, 520 a month.
Yeah.
And if I can't make 520, then I'm really doing something wrong, you know.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah,
on
I don't. I'm not really sure how you get paid on Twitch. I've actually never gotten.
Honestly, very lucky.
Very lucky.
Well, yeah, I mean, I every time I have a bunch of different people who can come in. So sometimes I've got a new person who come in, they'll give me $100 here and there. I don't have like a one person. Well, I don't have like some channels will survive like 12 months off of one donate, and that's super scary.
Yeah.
But I just get lucky. I do a Twitch show here and win $50 as a prize, and I get it from everywhere. You know, it's kind of like a hustler.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. I get that.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic, right?
100%. It's definitely people are always super. Wait, hello, Moty. How are you? You should get a 1K dono. Great. Yeah. Thank you, Redheaded Gamer Chick. Yeah, a 1K dono is the biggest donation I've ever even seen, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. I was just talking.
No, that's fine. I feel like that when we talk about all of this stuff, no matter who I talk to about it, no matter, what side of the road they're on, the one thing that's always it's always really telling is, how driven people are to do the things that they're doing. And so, it seems like you're pretty dedicated to your gig, right?
I'm all in, man.
Yeah.
There is no other, there is like no other option for me.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like I'd definitely be that old man. My biggest fear is becoming someone who looks back and like, man, I wish I did this.
Yeah.
Like I can't like, I wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God. Like I even have dreams about Twitch. Like I dream most nights about content, which is so fucked. Like I live my whole life as this.
There you go. Well, again, you got to put in the hours early so that later on in life you can do something
Enjoy
else.
it.
Yeah.
Who's your guest? Oh, I'm actually his guest.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is his name if you want to go.
I turned off the other day for whatever reason. I don't actually know why I did it, but I turned off the show names.
Love his American flag. Yes, he's an American.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that flag is steel and it's cut out on like a plasma table. And then this lady like hand paints them and sands them and everything. And it's really cool. And then I put the lights and everything behind it.
If I could have one of those, it'd be like like a pint of Stella or a nice, like a big beer, like a huge beer one. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Willie size go. No, I'm not asking about his Willie. Sorry, my chat's going crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's all right.
They're cooped up. Yeah.
But there's all kinds of stuff here. I've got the lights a little weird tonight, but this is body armor here, and there's a revolver there. There's guns over there, which for some reason we can't see tonight. Oh, I know why. Hang on.
I think it's banned on Twitch to show guns. No, it's not. It's banned to point them at the camera.
There you go. Yeah, you can't point them at the camera. So there's firearms over there, trophies there, books there. It's like a whole set.
It looks very cool. I mean, compared to what I saw before, it's definitely it's like one of them like YouTube pimp my ride setups.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got my gaming chair. It's falling apart. I got plenty of time to get there, man.
Actually, I have to. I've had this chair now for like 2 years, and it's getting to the point where I don't like it anymore. Like it's just starting to get broken down, and So I'm
dude, I've had this chair for like 5 years. I've had this like headset for 5, bro. I was like, man, why did my headset smell? I'm looking at it, bro. I'm like, oh, it's super dirty, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah.
This shit's been on my head for like 5 years, permanently implanted.
There you go. Yeah. So what do you do besides streaming?
Like, how do I have fun?
We know you drink because I've seen you do that.
Well, I go out, I party. I love talking to people. No, I don't do drugs, chat. I love talking to people. My biggest passion in life is, apart from Twitch, is just I will talk to you. If I go to a bar or a club, I'll talk to literally every single human in there. Same with TwitchCon. I'm just a very outgoing person. I don't really have much time to do anything else. I mean, I like, if I had free time, I would like to go back to boxing. I would like to I guess I would like to learn how to drive.
Yeah, driving is key.
Hobbies, I mean, I'm good at music. I do a lot of just like, if I'm not streaming, most of the time it's because I'm going to see friends. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any hobbies other than making it, blowing up and acting like I don't know nobody. I'm just kidding. That's riff-raff.
It's important, I think, to have some kind of hobby, like hobby that has nothing to do with your work or your job or anything like that. It's like I've always been into shooting and that sort of thing. So that when I quit racing, I just started doing that, and I play golf, and I just feel like that, getting outside and doing the things that are just kind of physical.
Oh, I like actually golf. Yeah, I actually swung a golf at the driving range for the first time ever recently, and I was like, this is something. This is freeing. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I mean, it was like $12 to fucking rent the fucking club, but I was like, man, I hit my first ever ball ever. It was like 150 yards. I was like, wow. But then I just couldn't recreate it, mate.
Yeah, I don't. I guess another kind of a difference between us is I've never drank, smoked, or tried drugs.
Well, I don't smoke.
There you go. Yeah, I've never.
Listen, man, I can't confirm nor deny the type of stuff that I've done, but I know that I'm in good health.
Yeah, I just I decided early on that none of that was for me.
You know who else did that? Donald Trump. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, and now he's a president. Look what you can do if you just don't apply. If you apply yourself.
If you're not all jacked up all the time. It's funny because my brother's a year younger than me, and he's done all of that: drank, smoked, partied, all of it, and he looks 10 years older than me, easily.
I just have one of those faces. I feel I have like a really stretchy face, so it's like I feel like I'm going to look young for a long time, providing I don't get heavily into crack like Charlie Sheen. But,
right? Yeah, don't go full Charlie Sheen.
I mean, you never know, man. Maybe success changed me, and I just want to start winning.
Success changes a man.
Winning. No, no. Is he an egg? Listen, I'm not asking these questions because we've already got the answer through our long conversation. He's not single. He has a wife. No, he has a girl. Do you have a wife?
I have a wife.
Yeah, he has a wife. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah, I have. I've been married 20 years.
Sheesh. Look at that. And he's only 24
how old
years.
Do you think I am?
24 max.
How old do you? How old?
Actually,
yeah,
like 37.
I'm 55 years old.
That's not. What the fuck?
Yeah,
are you still working in planes and shit?
I will be 55 years old.
Wow, you're like two of me.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, did you ever play Resident Evil?
Do I play Resident Evil?
Have you ever played Resident Evil?
No, but I have played Doom, and I've played Splinter Cell, several versions of Splinter Cell.
Doom is a classic.
Yeah,
So in my chat says I don't drink. So in my chat, just turned 30. He says I don't drink or smoke, and all I do is play video games all day. See, look at that. Everyone's different, man. Drink, alcohol, and drugs do not change where you end up in life. They just, it depends how much you love them.
Yeah.
If you spend 6 days a week doing drugs, you're going to become a crackhead. Thank you for the gifted sub, by the way, to the redheaded gamer chick. I would not have gifted a sub myself.
Yeah. So. Everybody give Moty a few bucks so he's not broke.
Yeah, my chat is just as broke as me. No, but I'm not gonna lie. My current goal, I think my channel will really start moving as soon as I get my phone. So that's the current goal. Think about some funny streams, maybe eat some hot peppers, do some dumb shit. I don't know. I said I was gonna shave an eyebrow when we hit $800. That's gonna suck.
But you can do the notches. I forget who does the notches, but you can be like that guy.
I'm gonna have to fucking just droop.
Yeah, it'll grow back. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, 4 months. I've got to go to events, bro. I'm trying to get sponsors with one eyebrow. I don't know.
Yeah, well, when you're, like I said, next time you're over here, you and Gibbs should come to Nashville and hang out. Gibbs had a great time in Nashville, I think.
100%. I mean, I'll talk to Gibbs about it as well. So we can maybe plan something out, maybe this year or next year.
Yeah. And I'll actually be in Texas in the Austin area next month in April.
Damn. Well, happy birthday for then if I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm shooting a match in Arizona in a couple of weeks, and I'm shooting another match in Texas a couple of weeks after that.
Oh,
so
how's Nashville chicken?
I don't eat the Nashville hot chicken, but I'm sure it's good.
I had the Nashville hot chicken in an airport.
I never heard it. I've lived here my whole life, and I didn't hear about that until like 5 years ago.
Dude, I tried it, bro. It was so terrible. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I got the one from Guy Fieri. It was Guy Fieri's restaurant.
Yeah, I think it's like a Guy Fieri sort of thing where he like some little restaurant somewhere like had it and called it Nashville hot chicken, but I'd never heard of that ever.
Never.
Lived here my whole life and off and on. But yeah, I'm going to be flying with guns. You think flying with your normal stuff is cool? Just think about flying with firearms.
You have to check them in.
I do. I have a video on how to do it on my other channel on Gun Prattle. I literally have a video on how to fly with your firing arms.
That's pretty legendary. I can't lie.
Yeah. So yeah, I do. We have content from like I'm interviewing you now. I had this lady that's a movement coach in shooting, and she teaches people how to be more efficient in moving while they're shooting. So,
well, that's pretty like John Wick.
It is pretty much like John Wick. So
John Dick. That's what they're gonna call me.
Yeah. That would, you can't decide whether that's an insult or not, right?
No, it could be either. I mean, for the ladies, it might sound good.
Go either way on that one. Yeah, but it's it's gonna be it's a pretty good deal, you know. Looks like a couple of your guys came over to Twitch and then they left because I'm not paying attention to Twitch.
Well, at least they came over and followed, man.
Yeah, that's I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess I never took Twitch that seriously, and maybe I should have, but yeah. My buddy Clovertack is always over on the Gun Prattle channel. He's a frequent guest, and I send him stuff. You know, like a lot of the Gun Prattle channel I don't do live. I have to pre-record it and upload it because I'm handling guns on YouTube, and YouTube you can't handle guns live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
That's
like up. I have my personal concealed carry sitting right here on the desk, and I can't show it to you. I can't touch it.
I think you should just do it anyway, man. Just start fucking blasting that shit.
YouTube will nuke the stream, which is hilarious but true. But Twitch won't. Twitch doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, you can do like gun range stuff on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Wait, I'm just reading your chat. You got Raging Tomato and also Kinetic Cal.
Yes.
I hate both of those women.
You hate them both?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I met Tomato for the first time the other day, and she asked me to she got me in some tight spandex. No, Tomato, dude. She had me in tight spandex doing 360s for her chat.
That's okay.
I wish I was joking, but she had me in like live on Gibbs' stream.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you do anything for women these days, Greg, you know?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I represent the patriarchy. Women do things for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a feminist, man.
You're effeminate. You can fix that.
Yeah,
you're not too far gone.
Listen, man, I'm a feminist until I have sex, and then I'm like, I'll ignore this chick now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a I'm like a optional feminist. You know, if the option to get in someone's pants is being a feminist, just for that time, you know.
Lauren says jail time for him dressing in spandex. I mean, I don't disagree with that. So in the UK, that's probably an offense. So I mean, that's probably.
Dude, I'll probably get paid and get put in a hotel if I wore spandex outside.
What? So hold on. So the thing about the UK and all this online stuff is crazy because the UK has some of the greatest satire. Some of the great, like Monty Hall, right? Monty Python.
Back in the day, man, that shit wouldn't fly today, bro.
You know, like
you can't even, bro.
So irreverent.
Yeah,
right.
You ain't posting no shits today.
And now they're just like they've been castrated. They're neutered.
Yeah, we can't fight back, bro. It's over.
I mean, that's one of the best things about the UK was its irreverent sense of humor. Mr. Bean.
Oh, dude, Mr. Bean. Mr. Okay, they could do a Mr. Bean. He doesn't really say much.
He doesn't say much, but some of the things he does.
No, he likes to hit the bars with a blonde wig and an eye patch. What about a solid fucking snake?
Benny Hill. That's true. I forgot about Benny Hill.
I'm not singing Elastic Arc Egg, bro. They keep asking me to sing, bro. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. It's 4 a.m. Holy shit.
It's 4 a.m. there?
Yeah, dude. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a little sleepy.
You look a little punchy, to be honest with you. It's 10 o'clock here. I usually go another hour, but you're welcome to duck out the back door. And,
is that okay, man? I'm sorry. I just, it's so late for me, man.
Brother, it's totally cool. It's been a great show with you hanging out.
I really enjoyed it, man.
I hope your chat's had a good time.
They've had a lot of fun.
Haven't cost you any subscribers.
No, man. I actually gained a few subs here.
Yeah, well, it's good. That's good. You know?
Yeah, I like I said, everyone who goes to follow you, they'll be on your Twitch because I forgot to shout out your YouTube. But
yeah,
it's been fun, man. Genuinely, I've had a good time. I like talking about stuff.
Anytime you want to come on and I happen to be on,
I'll give you a message, man.
Yeah, just shoot me a message on the good old Discord.
Discord, of course. Right. Yeah. Have a good day, man.
Facebook Messenger anymore. That's
I would never use Facebook. That's a bit too old school for me.
That's too old. That's antique. That's antique stuff.
Yeah, for real, man. All right. Have a good day, man.
All right, man. We'll see you. Thanks, Moty.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Moty has left the building. Moty was a lot of fun. That actually was pretty cool. I had a great time hanging out with him, and it was. I wasn't really sure what to expect from this interview, but it turned out pretty good. It's pretty good, pretty cool. He's got to go. He's going to be up laughing about this to his echo chamber. Probably so. Echo chambers are useful in some aspects for sure. So, yeah. I'm actually tired myself, but that's okay. So, yeah. What else have we got going on tonight? I mean, I don't know. Cool, says the tomato. Where's Flo been? Is Flo dropped off the radar? I was going to call him today, and I was like, wow, man, I don't want to bug the guy. I don't want to bug the guy. I saw that Clover Tack was live earlier as well, so that guy, he's got it going on. That's for sure. Clover Tack has it going on. A whole extra hour of content. Yeah, we might be able to get there. Sounded like just a young kid full of shit to me, but what do I know? I'm a crotchety old fuck. That's true. It was a good conversation. I actually see where he's coming from. On a lot of ways, it's one of those. It reminds me of me, right? Because that's the same kind of shit I used to say. So, yeah, you had Charlie with High Point on. High Point released their suppressor this week. I thought that was very interesting. I saw it it looks well done. Like I was like, well, this doesn't suck. This looks like a real suppressor. Like pretty good. Flo goes on hiatus every 45 days for his man period. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. They have two different ones. Well, apparently everybody has at least two different ones. Stop that yawning. Yeah, I got you. So, Clover Tack, I sent you the thing. Yeah, that makes sense. 22 and then a 945. That makes sense. Why would you not do it that way? I had Connor from Counterpoints on earlier today for Gun Prattle, and it didn't stay on Gun Prattle. We kind of got off into some philosophy and political discussion, but to be honest, it wasn't bad. Pardon me. I remember being his age. You live in the dino age. Your advice doesn't pay for my weeda. It's true. What's up, Clover Tack? How are you, young sir?
What up, fuckers?
Well, that's one way to enter the room. How the hell you been, man?
I'm all right, man. Good.
Good. That's awesome.
Good.
I didn't realize you were doing the interview with Charlie from High Point today, but I knew you were doing one. I just didn't know today.
Yeah, I know. So here's the deal. So he was at Great American Outdoors, and some things got tied up. So he was supposed to be on like 2 weeks ago. So this was a reschedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I've had last week, I had 2 in a row. Wednesday. It's supposed to be Thursdays because I've done Wednesdays late last year, and Wednesday was just not a good evening, you know?
Yeah.
And so
it changes, right?
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, I kind of polled everybody. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to move it to Thursday because that seems to be consistent with some of the polling I did, the internal polling. And but I had some time-sensitive guests that I had to kind of cram them in on a Wednesday. So from here on out, I don't think I have anybody on a Wednesday. So I think it's all Thursdays now. Now I do have somebody. Damn it, what's that dude's name with Falco Holsters? Shit, can't think of his name now. And because he's in like Germany or some shit, I've got him like early in the morning one morning, but they're all on Thursday regardless. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Hey, did you see the intro for the Gun Prattle?
I did.
What'd you think? Oh yeah, I sent that to you. Yeah. What'd you think about it?
It's okay.
Good.
Yeah.
I like it. For my own effort. I have another one being made professionally, but I thought that was pretty good.
Hey, you were talking about clips earlier.
Yeah.
So I need to find somebody. And I'm willing to pay somebody to do some shorts, and like clip some stuff out for reels and shorts.
Yeah.
I need somebody with an eye for that shit though. And like, I'm not willing to pay anybody until they prove their worth,
Sure.
Because I've done that before. I paid fuckers like, $20, and I paid up to like $100 before, and then I upload the shit and it don't do nothing. And I hate to be that person, but I'm not fucking UNICEF, and so if your work cannot produce, then obviously I can't pay you for it.
Yeah.
But if anybody's out there, and
so I was introduced to like the best clips guy, supposedly, which I believe he probably is.
What does he charge?
Well, we didn't get that far. I need to reestablish contact with him because, he, literally like the last communication was like, it was kind of confusing to me, right? Like So I, like, again, I was introduced to this person. So, I thought, well, it's going to be okay. And so, basically I'm like, hey, I'm looking for someone who can do clips. I've tried a couple of people and they start out great, but then instead of improving, they just slow down and then stop producing anything.
Yep.
And he's like, how much do you need produced a day? I'm like, well, honestly, I have no idea. I have been happy to get a few clips a week. I stream about 5 times a week, 3 or so hours at a time. And I expected an answer back. Well, like, based on 3 to 5 hours of time, blah, blah, blah. You should expect maybe 10 clips or out of each show, blah, blah, blah. And then, I literally have gotten zero noise back out of him. And I'm actually going to approach the person who made the introduction and try and, see if maybe there's a miscommunication somewhere or something like that. Or maybe I'm just expecting the wrong thing. But, I'm willing. I mean, obviously I was paying for clips, right? And, and I thought it was a fairly lucrative arrangement for the person making the clips. And, I don't know why that they decided not to anymore, but it's fine. And, Eat, Sleep, and Live 14 is the best clipper you've ever seen. Send him my way.
Right. Ditto.
Adobe Premiere Auto Cut. I mean, I've
tried Opus and I've done a lot of that AI bullshit, and it's the problem, and especially with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's probably not the same, depending on, especially if you're getting into like political and some of the stuff like over here in the debate world.
Yeah.
But with some of my stuff, in order to be able to clip that, there's a lot of nuance, and you just really got to have an eye for all that. You really got to know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
And AI just can't do it.
Right. Yeah. Hire some Mormons. Just don't tell anyone it comes from, or they won't watch it. I don't believe that helping him.
Opus clips would rip like I could put let's say a 5-minute video into Opus clips, and it would pull like 20 shorts, and it did pretty good as far as pulling them with the way it edited and the way it did the captions and all. But the problem is what it would pull, and out of the 20 it would pull, only about 5 would even be remotely usable, because the rest were just nonsensical shit. Like it's like they didn't even make any sense. And so out of that 20, it was like maybe 5 I could use. And then out of those 5, like there might be fucking 1 that would hit. Like maybe. And it's like it wasn't worth the time to put in to do all of that.
Yeah.
But somebody that knows what they're doing, like you can make good money. I mean, if you think about it, if you had, 10 or 20 channels that you worked with that was paying you, $20 a fucking clip, or, whatever the rate is, $60 a clip, $50 a clip. And you were doing multiples of those a day. Like, so that's good money, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would pay a percentage from every clip as well. And I have some stuff that's pretty clippable.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah, without a doubt.
I agree.
I don't care about paying a percentage, because you don't really make shit on shorts.
Yeah.
The thing with that. But if they gotta perform
that they drive, right?
Yeah, they gotta perform is the only thing. I don't mind paying if they're performing, but
yeah. I agree, tomato, that whoever I pay is going to use the same technology. They're just editing it mildly. I don't disagree with that. But
they just got an eye to know what to use that technology on. That's the thing.
Right.
Right.
And they can go back through and do multiple edits to the same, or multiple clips from the same, or multiple trips through the same video and get different results because they change the way the AI looks at it.
Yep. Prompts. All about their prompts.
Yeah, it's all about the prompts. So Yeah, send me the info through my email or text. Yeah, you should have my number, Cam. Yeah, I think you should have my text. So just text it to me. But I've got I've got to get. I really do have to start getting clips done and all of that. So, and I know Black Elk. I reached out to Black Elk, who does Rob Norris clips. And we were talking about it, and then Rob kind of blew up, and then of course Black Elk got really busy. But now Rob's not producing as much content, so maybe I work with Black Elk, and I would honestly work with 2 or 3 different people so that I have different clips from the same video, right? And that right. It just increases the potential.
It annoys me because I'll go out and I'll actually film a short. And then I will upload it everywhere. And what's crazy is it will do really well on one platform and it will fucking tank on everything else. And you're like, okay, I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding why that is, right? Yeah. Because that's a pattern. And then it's also frustrating because you'll upload it to YouTube and it'll fucking tank. And you're like, okay, so then I take and I delete it. And then I just had this happen just last week. Just last week, I was like, okay, I need to throw a short up. I'm like, let me go back through some of the old stuff here that didn't work out, right? And I got one that I'd uploaded like 3 times, and it tanked all 3 times. I'm like, okay, whatever the fuck, let's try it. Threw it up, it blew up.
Yeah, I mean, I think Helping Hound is right. Utilize child labor and call it an Eagle project. There's probably something to that. Tomato says know the audience on each platform. I don't disagree with that. I think that's probably smart. And there's probably like clippers that really understand Twitch and really understand TikTok and can put those clips out there on those platforms and do a much better job than I ever would or Opus Clip would do. So I do need to do it, and I'm at the point now where I have to do it. I really have to do it. I have so much content and I'm not getting any clips out of it. And it is a weakness in the game, and I need to quit that. And I've really got to get more effective at editing video, because like right now, I've edited, I sent you the edit, which is pretty much the final edit for the Flying with Guns. Right. And then I've got the pack out stuff I'm still tweaking and I'm still shooting. So I need to finish that. I'm going to try and finish that tomorrow. Right. Unfortunately, I had a lot of my editing time used up this week because I had to run back and forth to Winchester, where my lake house is. I had to fix a toilet. I had to run the rug doctor up there to have the cleaning lady deep clean the carpets, and then I had to go pick it back up, and a bunch of other stuff. So just running back and forth an hour, it eats 3 to 4 hours out of the day that I normally would use sitting at my desk trying to edit stuff. Yeah. And so, it'll be, I've got to figure out, I do need to write some AI prompts and run them through. So yeah. And I've got to get ready to, I'm supposed to shoot 2 matches this weekend, but I think I'm only going to shoot 1. All right. I'm supposed to shoot I'm supposed to shoot a PCSL match this weekend at the Glock store, but I don't think I'm going to shoot it. And then I'm supposed to shoot next weekend a USPSA match on Saturday and a 3-gun match on Sunday. So pistol only Saturday, all 3 guns on Monday, and then I leave Thursday to go to Arizona to shoot Superstition. Right. And I'm trying to train the drone too. I'm trying to get the drone. I'm trying to understand how to get the drone to automatically follow me, which it does pretty well. But if there are other people around, it can get confused as to who to follow, and that's no bueno. Yeah. So I've got to figure out. There is a way to kind of key it in, and I've got to figure that out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you do that through the app.
So that's what I got to do.
Yeah.
About a week ago, a guy with a tech channel went live and was going over YouTube's algorithm and had accessed their servers, and he was live talking about some of the algorithms that push channels midstream. He got cut off, and the next day his channel was gone. The way he was breaking it down, where average people can understand the numbers, was probably seen as a no-no to YouTube. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I have. So that's what I've been doing. What have you been doing? I mean, obviously you did the interview. What else are you doing?
Just working with some guns and stuff. Last week was rough. I think we had that conversation already, but holy shit, I was busy last week. So this week hadn't been quite that bad. But yeah, working on a car. I've got a 03 or 04, I don't remember, Mustang that I need to sell. And so I got the ball joint replaced. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I got out there. I had to get the tractor because of course it was sitting on the ground because the ball joint was out. So I had to get the tractor and get it lifted up enough to get a jack under it. Got the ball joint replaced on that. And it'll run as long as I'm spraying ether in the throttle body. So, and that's what's fucked up is it was running fine when the ball joint went out. There was nothing else wrong with it. And so I'm guessing by all indications, it looks like the fuel pump's bad. So fuck me, I got to drop the tank, I guess. It's either try to sell it like it sits with potentially a fuel pump bad or replace the fuel pump and get it running. And I'm going to get considerably more than the fuel pump cost. You know what I mean? Probably. If I do that. But my wife's old Mustang. I need to sell it and get it out of the yard. I don't got a need for it.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. I think we were talking about that before, but I don't remember where I ended up on it. I don't think it's that big a deal, you know.
For what?
Any of the mechanical stuff. But I mean, I'm also doing mechanical stuff. Just
I don't think we've talked about that. Not from me.
Did we not? I thought we did.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's somebody else is having trouble with ball.
I don't know that I've ever mentioned to you about that Mustang, but
I thought we did. I thought we talked about it. It doesn't matter.
But what would you do if that was the situation? You'd put a fuel pump in it before you sold it, right? Get it running.
Yeah. I know that a running car is always worth more. I used to. So I had a friend of mine, and he was
because the fuel pump's like $50. I can get a fuel pump. The parts on the Mustangs are cheap. I can get a fuel pump for like $50. In fact, I've already ordered it. Yeah,
So I have a whole. I had a whole thing with this kid one time, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just going to sell his car," and I'm like, "What does it need?" And I believe it was like a fuel pump or a something stupid. And I'm like, "All right, well, I'll buy it." And he's like, "How much?" I said, "Well, I'll give you $2,000 for it." He's like, "It's worth like $8,000." And I'm like, "Not right now. It isn't. It doesn't run. If you get it running, then it's worth $8,000. Right now, it's worth $2,000."
Right.
And so I gave him the $2,000. I put a fuel pump in it, and actually, Mazda replaced a fuel pump under warranty. It had a recall on the fuel pump assembly that had never been filled. So I literally just took the car to Mazda. I towed the car to Mazda. Mazda installed a new fuel pump, new fuel lines, and a bunch of other stuff under recall. It ran perfect. I drove it home, and then I sold it for $6,000.
Yeah.
So I've and I used to tell kids all the time that worked for me that any running car in America at that time was worth $1,500. I don't care what it looked like. I don't care what it does. If it runs and the heat works, $1,500.
Yeah. And this Mustang, you talking about straight body, everything else. Like I'm pretty sure I could get $1,000 even with it not running. I mean, especially considering that it runs spraying ether in it. You know what I mean? You can kind of get an idea. It's not knocking or anything like that, right? Yeah. And so you can kind of tell that. And so I got to figure that I could get at least $1,000
Sure.
Even without doing anything with the fuel pump. But it's going to be a pain in the ass trying to sell it to somebody regardless, because they're going to have to trailer it without it running. You know what I mean? And like I could put, now it needs tires because it's set. So obviously the tires are not really roadworthy, but I can get some old wore out fucking tires for free from one of my buddies that have a tire shop, you know. Just some takeoffs that are bald or whatever, as long as they hold air, you know. And I can get those replaced. It won't actually cost me anything but a little time. And then fix the fuel pump. And I mean, I'm thinking I could probably get 2,000 or 2,500 for it, honestly.
I had this guy who says, this Joseph guy, I don't know, maybe he's been here before. I don't know who he is. I'd like to offer offer both of you a logic puzzle, a litmus test for insight, really, which he misspelled that. Should women pay more for health insurance? Yes, they use far more medical services than men, and when they do, it's generically longer and more serious.
Dude, my wife's constantly at the doctor, going to the doctor.
Absolutely, I don't even know where logically they absolutely should.
Yeah. Yep. And I rarely. So I've gotten in my older age, I've gotten to where I'm okay with the yearly thing.
Physical.
Once upon a time, I wasn't even with that. Yeah. Checkup or whatever. I haven't had a
physical since the last physical I had was required for insurance in 2000.
Well, I wouldn't call it a physical, because physicals I've had, they grab you nuts and whatever and cough and bullshit. Like nothing like that. You just go in and get blood work and, you know, just got to go over everything and that sort of thing.
This guy doesn't speak English as his native language. I don't understand what you're saying. One sentence answers is retarded. So please don't do that. We both gave you absolutely. We didn't say pay wrong. Women use far more services, far more often, and far longer than men do. So therefore, they ought pay more for their insurance. That's
the whole idea of insurance is you're never going to use it.
Yeah, the whole idea of insurance, for insurance companies, that's it. But in general, the actual idea of insurance is that I pay into this for money to be there when I need it. It's basically in theory,
you need it.
Savings account.
If you need it, not when you need it. If you need it,
yeah. The problem is that system has been so corrupted that it's no longer applicable that way.
Right. Yep.
Arthur Dias says I am correct.
Of course.
Why are you a little shocked?
I thought that's obvious. Of course, if you have a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, it's probably pretty fucking obvious to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
Like
it's a scam now.
It's blatantly obvious if you have. I mean, look at your mom. Like if you have any woman in your life, it should be blatantly obvious.
Yeah. I think it gets closer as you get older because women and men start kind of becoming the same, right?
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, as you get older, you're prone to more health issues and whatever, right? As a man, and especially as a man that has, really, done things that have taken a toll on your body, as well.
I absolutely love the comment section tonight. We also Arthur Dyer comes in hot. We also ought to account for pre-existing conditions or bad habits. Absolutely. You can't anymore though. Joseph says it should be obvious. Absolutely. I don't understand the logic test that you considered it was. Arthur I says they outlawed doing that. Yes, you cannot consider pre-existing conditions or bad habits. That is against the law now. And Lauren says AAA only sends my husband life insurance junk mail. That's right, because he's the one who's going to pay for it. I'm kidding. You're going to have to pay for it too. But younger women actually incur a lot of GYN cost and cost related to childbearing that goes away when women age. Yeah, that's true. But also,
Perimenopause is the thing, and blah blah blah. Though.
Yeah, men start to, as men, when they get to be about this in their elder years, let's say, the men and women, but men start gaining on women because we beat our bodies up. We have more arthritis. We tend to have more arthritis. We tend to have more bone density issues. Although women technically have less dense bones anyway, we just have more issues.
But see, women have that plus hormonal problems as they get older. Yeah. So while the childbearing stuff does go away, it gets replaced.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but we gain on it in elder years for sure.
Oh
absolutely.
Yeah.
Men start having bladder issues. We have prostate issues. We have men are more likely to have pancreatic cancer and die very quickly, where women are much less susceptible to that. On the other hand, women are more susceptible to breast cancer and other cancers that are prolonged and actually require more health care, more money, more time than you typically. It's like men just die quicker.
Right.
I mean,
usually, yeah.
Women are so entitled when it comes to medicine and bodily autonomy. They be like, circumcision is necessary. You're not wrong, Helping Hound. Cleaner says insurance basically costs about what it does for what it covers per person, with the profit margin being because 1 to 3 out of 10 people actually use it. It is a fear-based usury system. That's true. It's not obvious, not at all, although you're maybe 15 years older than me, so that could account for the different perception. Well, I don't know how old you are. I'm 55. I'll be 55 in April. So, men's
it's obvious. It's obvious if you're around women. That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with your age. Like, are you not around women?
It's
maybe not.
If you think about it for 2 seconds,
right?
Literally, this is Arthur Diet is literally on fire tonight. Men statistically avoid the doctor more. Absolutely. I don't go to the doctor unless I absolutely fucking have to. I literally have to be bleeding out of my eyes or my anus to go to the doctor. Unless
it's my annual thing. Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I don't have an annual thing yet. I probably
have
an annual
you
thing.
probably should. And a lot of mine is lead testing from back in the day that I started doing and all anyway. But
wait. This guy, 15 years older. I'm 20 years older, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah. But I think all of this is very obvious to anybody who thinks about it for longer than 2 seconds.
Yeah. Should be.
So, the thing is that it wouldn't matter if they paid marginally more. That it's like they pay marginally more for car insurance, and they crash more. But overall, everyone's insurance went up.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, my wife said 5 times more wrecks than me. Accidents.
Yeah. My wife's only had.
Yeah.
My wife's been involved in 2.
Well, involved counts though most of the time.
Yeah. One she got rear-ended, which literally all that happened was our rear bumper had to get painted, and he got a whole new car. And the second one, she slid the Evo into a guardrail in the ice.
Because here's the thing. Even if it's not her fault, right? Even if it's not her fault from an insurance / police department, highway patrol situation, could heightened awareness or better skills at driving have avoided that accident, right?
What's interesting that you bring that up, because in Colorado, if you have any sort of incident on the road, you are supposed to report it. If you drive into a ditch, you're supposed to report it. If you hit a guardrail, you're supposed to report it. Especially if there's any damage to state, county, or city property, like a guardrail or a stop sign or what's and it's against the law not to. So if you do that and then you they find you, then you get in trouble.
Right.
So my wife was coming home with from a ski area with 3 of her friends, a bunch of girls yapping, and she slid the Evo into a guardrail, and then she just left. And she gets, she called me and she's like, I just hit, car still running, everything. We just slid into it. It's not that big a deal. It just bent the bumper a little bit and the fender. And I'm like, well, okay, whatever. So she drove it back, and I'm like, hey, did you call the cops when she got there? She's like, no. So I had to call the state police and report that my wife had hit this guardrail, but didn't, nothing happened. But there were so many people around that I'm like, somebody's going to call this in and it's going to come back on me. And of course I filed an insurance claim and got the car fixed and everything. No problem.
Fixed, yeah.
But I have been in my entire life 2 actual accidents. One, I got rear-ended by a guy, by a teenager who just wasn't paying attention, and it destroyed the front of his car. And I saw him coming, and I took my foot off the brake, so he basically just punted me across. I had my wheels turning, so he basically punted me in the direction I was going to turn anyway, and off the side of the road. And it bent my trailer. It bent my bumper a little bit. Nothing big, but the entire front of his car was fucked up. You could see where my trailer hitch went across, and came out of his car.
Right.
So it was pretty fucked up. And so that was not my fault, but that's what happened. And then I had an incident I was driving my wife home one night, and we were making a left-hand turn to get onto an interstate on-ramp, and I had the green. The oncoming driver who admitted to watching a fucking video, and he actually put the DVD player in the insurance claim.
Wow.
Ran the red light and I hit him as he was screaming across in front of me. I hit him right behind the driver's door.
Wow.
And it was the officer on the scene basically said that we hit him, so it was our fault. And even though we went to court over it, there was nothing that it was because of the way the report was written, they didn't care. And it was just like, yeah, you guys are at fault.
Yep.
And the important thing about this is my wife's insurance had lapsed because she'd been in China. So there's no insurance on her car. And so we ended up having to pay for the repairs to that guy's truck out of pocket, which made me very angry.
Yeah, that sucks.
So, but
yeah,
it really taught me a lesson about, they didn't have dash cams back then, but I wish I did. And it also taught me a lesson about how people will fucking lie.
Yeah. Yeah, we got dash cams. We have dash cams in all of our vehicles at this point. So
yeah,
that was one of the first things I did with the new one. Was put a dash cam in it.
Because that guy was like, no, the light was solid green when I went through, and I'm like, it couldn't have been green. I had a turn signal. There's no way it was green. And they went and timed the light and everything, and sure enough, the way he said it happened couldn't have happened. And then he basically said, yeah, it was just him mistaking it, right? Like it was late, blah, whatever. But they believed that he had that he had green and I had turned on red because of the way where my car had impacted his vehicle.
Right.
And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, he ran the red light. I wasn't expecting him to do that. So the thing is if I had been more aggressive, he would have hit me in the front of my vehicle on passenger side.
Right.
So, but I was just talking to my wife and wasn't really paying much attention. Didn't expect the guy to run the red light. And yeah, so it was, it kind of sucked, but those have been my 2 accidents. Well, actually, no, when I was really young, I skidded off the road and hit a tree in a Dodge Charger 2.2.
Yeah.
And it had bad struts, and I knew that they needed to be replaced. And I went around a corner that was very rural, and quite bumpy, and it unsettled the car, and
right. Yeah.
just went right off the road. It didn't even go like 30 feet off the road. Like it went through a fence and hit a tree.
Yeah.
So it was very undramatic. It was not dramatic at all. So,
right.
Yeah. So you had a dash cam vid of a woman crossing a double yellow on-ramp line and hitting the front of my vehicle with the middle of hers, and the cop wrote me a ticket. Yeah. Well, I mean, cops are just...
The dash cam stuff is only good if you go to a court for something, or
Yeah,
challenge or whatever. Like in the heat of the moment or whatever, that dash cam footage is fucking worthless.
Well, the cop doesn't want to see it because they're not the judge. They're just going to
Right.
write off based off what they think.
Yep.
And half the time they're just writing a ticket so that you both show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's it. They don't really care about anything else. They just want you both to show up. That's it. So, so what else is new, Clover Tech? What else are you doing these days?
What else am I doing? Dude, I don't know. That's it. I mean, I'm working on some things where he was kind of talking about figuring out what to do, and you're kind of in that mode too.
Yeah.
Like at first I was like, okay, I want to do like 2026. I need to find a groove as far as like the way that I theme videos and do things.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to go with like this multi-product approach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've shifted away from that. Like that model so far, I haven't been happy with the way that's been working.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try something new now. I'm gonna try like the whole like 5 things you need to know. You know what I mean? Rather than like a full review type thing, or even because I can do 5 things you need to know, and like within that I can compare. Right? That can be one of the things. Is like, how does this compare to X? Or whatever.
Yeah.
So it gives me a little fluidity with the content, but at the same time, I think that might be a little easier to clickbait, right? Be a little catchier.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna try that for a few videos here. I did it on the drop yesterday. Yeah, on the drop yesterday, and that video is 1 of 10. So it's doing well. So it's like, maybe I'm on to something.
Yeah, I for me, I've pardon me. I've just got to, I'm trying to clear my plate. Like, I know that, I know everybody says things like this, but like I've been working on getting, like I'm working on getting all the airplanes moved forward, and I'm getting like the sonar array needs to get done and get taken to the hangar because it's just paint and reassembly, and like it shouldn't take that long to do that. And once it's at the hangar, it can, it's fine until I need, I can go out there and rig it. I can have other people go look at it, stuff like that.
Right.
I've got to get the long easy done, and or at least to the point where it can go to the hangar. And I've just got all of these things that have kind of stacked up that I've been like, I need this, I need that. And what I decided the other day is that the big thing is what I'm doing is I'm trying to be perfect.
Yep.
Right. And I'm trying to make, I will come up with almost any excuse to not finish it because I want it to be perfect. I want it, it's like,
No, I hear you.
This line's not quite straight, so we're just going to sand it out and redo it, or whatever. And I was talking with a buddy of mine the other day, and he's like, dude, you've got way too much on your plate right now.
Yeah. Done is better than none, man.
Yeah. And he's like, well, that's why I kind of told him, like, look, man, it's better than me sitting here on the couch, like, wondering what the fuck to do. And he's like, yeah, dude, but you're pushing the envelope really hard,
right,
as far as trying to get everything done. There for a while it was easy because the weather sucked for the past 3 weeks, and so right. I the only thing I could do is go out and work in the garage on the airplanes or work on the motorcycle or whatever. Right. And now it's like the weather's getting clean, so like my day today was I woke up, I took the kids to school. I came back. I had some breakfast. I did a little bit of editing, and did some stuff online. Not a lot. Went on OG. I think I went on OG show this morning. I don't remember if I did or not. It could have been another morning. But and then I went out in the garage. I worked on the Sonore for a little while. I came out here at noon. I did a gun prattle with Connor until 2. I shut down at right around 2. I went into the house, had a quick bite to eat, then went outside and started working on the Sonore, I'm stripping the wings for paint, which is as tedious and as boring as you think it is.
Yeah.
Like it's if you in your mind are thinking, man, that sucks, that's got to be like so repetitive and just garbage. You're right. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. Yeah. And so I strip paint. I clean my garage up a little bit, which I'm always constantly fighting a cleaning war with my garage.
Yep.
Yesterday I loaded 1,000 rounds of 9mm.
Nice.
Probably.
I need to load 38s so bad.
Yeah.
And I've been putting it off.
I need to load about another 500 to 600. And then I need to convert the press to 223, and I need to do my long range ammo.
Yeah.
For the match that I've got coming up.
That's true. You got a match coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a match coming up. So I need to load 100 long range rounds, which will take an hour to 2 hours to do that. So I got to make time for that. And the paint for the paint for my Sonore that I'm stripping the paint off now because the paint is on its way. And I would, the paint should be here middle of next week. So I need to have the wings stripped and prepped, ready to paint when the paint comes in, so I can shoot the wings, get them in because I'm waiting on the primer to come in for the wings. And then I'm going to shoot the whole literally it should take me a day or 2 days in like 20-minute increments to paint the airplane.
Yeah.
And then a day to dry it. And then I'm just going to put it together, and I'm going to take it down and put it in a hanger. And it's like, if I just have reasonable weather and use my time relatively wisely, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I just load myself with a lot of shit, and I know I do, but
yep.
And it takes a certain personality to shift from stripping paint off an airplane to loading 9mm on the progressive to then setting the progressive up to low precision ammo, where you're like literally you're not using the powder drop on the press. You're using I'm using my trickler for the powder drop for that. And so, dude, it's just like how high, just changing gears
Right.
And I got to do content and all of that. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Same. Yeah.
and so it's, I'm like, tonight was with Moty. Moty was cool. I actually enjoyed that. It literally was like looking back at myself like 25, 30 years ago.
Right.
It was like when I was racing and I didn't care about anything but racing. And I would, I had months where I made a ton of money. I had months where I didn't, I had, I would be employed. And then the team would, and I have a friend of mine living this life right now. He'd be employed. He's employed today. Tomorrow, the team's gone. It just doesn't exist anymore because they ran out of money or whatever.
Yeah.
Gone. As a matter of fact, he just texted me the other night that he's got a gig with a Lamborghini Super Trofeo team and a 911 running in international GT. And so, but I remember living that life, and he's talking about living that life as a streamer and doing this and doing that. I'm like, yeah, it sounds familiar, right? Like some months he makes 500 pounds, some months he makes 1,000 pounds. I get it. I understand it. Been there,
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but it was interesting. It was a more interesting interview than I thought it was going to be honest.
Right.
And I'm waiting for. I'm not waiting. I'm working towards getting to the point where I just I need to get gun. Oh, and the other thing is I reached out to GunCon.
Yeah, you did.
The information, and I got an email. Huh?
I said, yeah, I've talked to him today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you mention me?
Uh-huh. That's what the conversation was about.
Yeah. He's like, John Patton was like, thanks for sending that over. How about you circle back with me once you've got a little more of the gun content released so I can take a look at it? And I'm like, and he's like, thanks, man. I'm like, yeah, okay. So
yeah,
I gotta email him in the morning.
Yeah, I talked to him, and so he wasn't looking under the live tab. That was part of it. So, and then he didn't realize you had went to shot. So
yeah.
And, so anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm working.
I email him and say, hey, I spoke to Chris last night, and he said to reach back out to you.
Don't bring me. Just well. Yeah. Do that and say, hey, talk to him. He said that he had talked with you, and you had seen where I had done several. I've got several episodes of the podcast.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and that I'd already been to shot.
Yeah.
Kind of lay down some of that background.
Yeah.
Now you've got a website, right? You've got the Gun Crowd website, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you looked at the NRA media thing, but it's registration's open for it, and it's fucking easy. So you shouldn't have any issue with it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's mainly about the website. That's about the only thing they ask about.
Where is GunCon from here?
GunCon will be in Ohio.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, GunCon's in, I forgot where, somewhere around outside of Akron somewhere.
Okay.
Akron's the closest big city.
That's like a 5-hour drive, 6-hour drive.
Yeah, it's pretty long for me. It'd probably be 2 days. Me.
It's interesting.
I probably want to attempt it in 1 day.
It's interesting you say that. I was thinking about you the other day. You're a little long in the tooth now, but so one of the advertisements for my Taylor craft back in 1946 was a businessman's time saver, and it was literally like for guys who would just fly across country and to do business, right? Back before there were commercial flights and all that.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, I was like, this sounds like Clover Tack, because he's always driving all the way across country for no damn good reason.
I like it. I like the road trip. I like to drive. I like cars.
Yeah. Well, you'd love planes more. So you get to go faster. It's straighter.
Well, that's true. That's true.
It's straighter, and there's no traffic to speak of.
Oh, you're talking about flying myself.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. That'd be okay.
You should definitely look into it. You can get what's called a sport pilot now. You can only fly during the daytime, and you can only have one passenger, which is probably fine.
Yeah.
And, but you can. It's not a hard. Flying is actually in my estimation, and pretty much everyone I speak to, flying is easier than driving a car.
Yeah. You don't got to worry about other people, really. That's for sure.
True. And it's very interesting because the hardest part of it, honestly, is not the flying part. It's the navigation. It's the understanding what's outside the airplane. Because you know, in a car, you can just look out and see. In an airplane, you can look out and see, but you might miss something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to do I do have for everybody telling me to make content with a plane. I do actually have a channel called The Airplane Shed where I used to do content for the plane, and I may fire it back up. But let me get. I got enough on my plate. I got enough.
All right.
You know, plus I still need to debate people. I still have to make content for this channel and the other channel. And
I've got a call talking about adding shit to your plate. I just thought about this. I've got a call in the morning. Got an email from a guy earlier today that wanted to get on a call. He sent me some sample videos and some other stuff, but has an idea that he's pitching for a gun-related TV show. That he's trying to get Netflix, Roku, whatever the fuck, somebody to pick it up, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, he was asking would I be interested in being a part of that, mainly because of my collection.
Yeah.
And so I can film stuff on hundreds of guns, right?
Yeah.
And some pretty unique stuff too. And anyway, I don't know. That's about all I know. And he wanted to get on a call tomorrow and figure that out. So I may be fucking TV famous for too long.
There you go, man. That's the thing.
You never know. But I don't know. I don't know exactly what it's all about. We're gonna find out in the morning.
So
and
what did you tell this John Patton about? I'm very curious now. I'm sorry.
I told him you're a fucktard and just ignore you. That's really what I expect.
That's why I got the email.
That's what I told him. He called and he said, do you know Don Walker? I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Do, matter of fact. And he's like, well, you know, he filled out his thing and it looks like all he does is like debate stuff. And I'm like, no, he's got Gun Prattle. I said, he's got a website set up. Like he's got multiple episodes at this point. I said, now he's working on clipping them out. He's got some produced videos that he's finishing up that should be out before too long. I said, and you know, we had a conversation about the podcast, and getting it over in audio form and all that. I said, and he was a shot. He got into shot. And he's like, oh well, he didn't tell me all that, or I don't remember exactly how he put it, but
yeah,
it was framed in the like I didn't know all of that, like almost like that makes a difference, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get it from his point of view. I mean, I'm sure he gets a lot of guys who just.
Well, I hadn't. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, the way he was acting, and I'm going to press him a little bit, regardless, because GunCon is about the fucking creators, and there have been creators at GunCon that have done less than you, and know less people than you. And because I also told him that, so he's been like a shooting competitor for years. I said, and knows, you know, made big matches and knows a lot of the big, competition guys and this, that, and the other.
Definitely.
Also told him that. And so, like I said, there's been people at GunCon that, I mean, you've got way more experience, connections, everything than them. So for him to be picky when the whole idea of GunCon is being creator centric and more for, the smaller people that like can't get into shot and can't afford to go to shot or like all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. So, yeah. So I'm gonna be on him about that, especially as close as you are.
Yeah. I was like, I was a little bit. So I thought I was really clear.
Now it is not a competitor centric, competition centric. I mean, we're talking an industry related thing. So.
I'll tell you exactly what I said because all right. So he basically, I filled out the thing. I gave him the links and whatever. And he's like, hey, can you send over some links to your outlets? Thanks. Okay. I wrote back, hi, John, I've been doing a political YouTube channel and Unreasonable Man, gave him the link. And my streams often veer off into firearms shooting sports content. A good friend and supporter of my show, Clover Tack Chris, has pushed me to start a separate channel specifically for the firearms competition and 2A content. I do live interviews as well as pre-record content. There is not much there yet, but I am still editing and uploading for the new show, Gun Prattle, and I gave him that link. Let me know if you need anything else at all from me. And he says, thanks for sending that over. How about you circle back with me once you've got a little more of the gun content released so I can take a look at it. And that's and I was like, okay, I don't know how much more you need,
Right. Yeah, he doesn't, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, but I just thought it was weird. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you've got 3 different interviews with people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got
like that.
Brian. Yeah. I did the interview with you on your show, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about though on yours and not me related. You've got like 3 different ones.
Steve Anderson, Keita Bussey interview, the Keita Bussey by herself interview, and then Brian Nelson, which is a 6-hour interview.
Right.
Which was literally like could have gone longer. Like I was going through the other day and I'm like trying to cut stuff out. I'm like, nope, that's good. Nope, that's good. Nope, that's good. Nope, that leads to good. It was just like, I don't know, man. I don't even know how I'm going to make this work. But
you need to chop it parts 1, 2, and 3 or something.
That like hour.
Yeah.
Hour and 15-minute segments.
Yeah. Just chop it as parts instead of cutting it down.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah. There's a small, Cam says, there's a small private airport about 30 minutes from me. Buddy has a glider and a Cessna. He lets me store some of my bikes there and my monohaul for basically pennies, but I lend him heavy machinery. That's a square deal. The interesting thing is that like my Taylor Craft, which is a plane that I think that it'd be very useful for you. It lands in 375 feet.
Yeah.
So, like a football field, you can land at 100 yards and it takes off in like, it takes off in like 500 or 600 feet.
Yeah.
So you can, it's a very usable aircraft for most people. And, but it doesn't go fast. It does like 100, 120 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah. Small airplanes are cool. And I would really love to see, I think with the dissatisfaction in modern commercial aviation is why we're seeing this massive boom in private aviation or general aviation.
Yeah.
So, because, especially with sport pilot, you don't need a medical, you just need a valid driver's license. you can't fly IFR, right? Which you shouldn't be anyway, in most cases. That's what kills people. So yeah.
Right.
It used to be you couldn't fly a plane; it could go over a specific speed and some other things, but now that's all gone. So just can't fly at night. Can't fly with more than one passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but like,
Oh,
go ahead.
I think I told you that I got some new steel. Tell you I got some new steel.
Mm-hmm.
I got those up. They're pretty badass. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a 33% and then a 66%.
Yeah.
IPSC steel. Half-inch AR-500.
Yeah.
And then I got the T-post hangers where you drive the T-post in the ground and they just hang on there.
Yeah.
And the angles built in and everything. Man, they sound so good. They're going to be pretty good for shorts and all, I think, because they have such a good ringing sound compared to the gongs that I've got. Probably because they're larger pieces of steel.
How far can I fly the Taylorcraft before refueling? It has 2 12-gallon wing tanks and 1 6-gallon header tank. So that's 32. All right. No, 30 gallons of fuel total. It flies about 3 gallons per hour. So that's 10 hours of endurance, which you're not going to be in a plane 10 hours. So you can fly. You can fly farther than your bladder will let you, and or longer than your bladder will let you, and you can. And it goes about 130 miles an hour. So figure 5 hours and go 500 miles. So maybe a little further. Yeah, which is what most people fly. Most people fly somewhere between 5 and 9 hours. Usually not over 9 hours.
Yeah.
So a lot like driving. So
nah. 12, 14, 16 pretty easily.
Well, you can do that. There are guys that do these long distance marathon or cross country flights. And
I mean, if you mean without stopping, now,
without stopping.
no, I mean, obviously
Yeah.
not. But
yeah. So there's a guy named Sam Hoskins, and I think he has flown coast to coast in his little Quickie 2, or Q2, whatever you want to call it. I think he's flown it coast to coast, and without nonstop coast to coast. He might have refueled once, but I don't know, maybe not. And it's pretty impressive. Joseph doesn't think that it's obvious that women should pay more for health insurance. I just feel like that it's absolutely obvious. I don't know how it's not obvious. I don't know why you're arguing over something that's obvious and making it obvious. Sorry, Clovertack, I interrupted you there.
You're okay. Yeah, you're okay.
Well, I'm excited about the TV show. The TV show stuff ought to be really cool. So, yeah.
I don't know what to expect. I didn't get a whole lot of, it was just a little short email, and so I didn't know.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
I wish you well. Cam says you can cover a lot of area in that time. I have flown private a bunch, and I always wondered what the process for the pilots going place to place and if planning trips were a headache. Planning trips aren't a headache. I mean, you check the weather. You check the weather where you are and on the way to where you're going, and there's software now that does a lot of that for you, for flight and whatnot. You have to do some math. You need to know how far how much fuel you have, how far you can fly on that fuel, how you need a 30-minute buffer. So even if you were in like a really strong headwind and you were only going to be able to make 5 hours or 7 hours of flight instead of 10, you'd want to fly 6 or 6.5. And so there you go. And it's pretty easy. You don't have to file a flight plan with anybody. I mean, you can, but you don't have to. It's all discretionary. So pretty easy. Pretty easy to fly around the country. Now there's airspace you can't go into. Like with my Taylor craft, 1946, it doesn't have a radio. As a matter of fact, it has no electrical system. It doesn't even have a starter. It doesn't even have a starter. It's a hand prop.
Yeah.
So legally, I can fly anywhere in the country without a radio. Now, that's not smart, so you carry a handheld radio, right? And that's your communication.
Right.
But I can fly anywhere in the country outside of like there are military zones that you can't cross into, things like that. But anywhere where any other plane can go, I can go. I have to call in, and they can't radar track me and things like that as easily because I don't have a transponder. So they get really pissed like with the Taylor craft, because it's never had an electrical system, and it's when it was built in 1946. It didn't have an electrical system, and it's never had an electrical system. And so the FAA can't require me to put one on. Because of that, I don't have to have a ADSB, which tells the FAA where I'm at all times. Actually, it tells everywhere where I'm at all times. Right. So I don't have to have one, and controllers hate it, but they can't do anything about it because it's legal. So when I fly into like Nashville, or if I fly into Smyrna, which are controlled airspace, I call them on the radio, say, "Hey, I'm here. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to go," I tell them where I am, what I'm doing, what I want to do, and then they give me a yes or no. And then they get annoyed at it because they don't like it, because I don't, they can't tell where I'm at. I mean, they can technically find me on radar, but they don't know that that's me because I'm not squawking. And so, they can't do anything about it. So that's pretty nice for me. I mean, they'll shove you out though. They'll be like, "Hey, you can't enter the airspace. We're too busy. So, divert around, stay clear of the Class D airspace." And, which I don't care about, but they feel pretty good about it usually. Depends on how busy it is. And it's a safety thing. I don't want to get hit by anybody either. Right. I don't want to have a plane crash into me. So,
sure. Right.
But yeah, they can't do anything about it. And, and so I literally fly the Taylor craft, or I will fly the Taylor craft just when I haven't flown yet. But when I do, I've flown others, and I fly it with an iPad, or in my case, an Android tablet with like a moving map. And I fly, and I have a handheld radio, and that's it. It's literally like using the old school GPS that you would put on the dash of your car. It's the same thing. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Now my smaller plane, my Sonarray, it's a 2-person plane, but you need to be small. And it's fast. It'll do 190 miles an hour.
Wow.
It's small, it's fast. It only holds 10 gallons of fuel, which is about 3.5 to 4 hours of flight time, depending how hard you push it.
Right.
But again, you don't want to be in the plane that long. And so it's more like driving a car across country, except really fast. So like if I drive from Tennessee, I'm going to leave Nashville. I'm going to get to probably like Arkansas, and I'm going to stop for gas. In the airplane, I would leave Nashville and I would get to Oklahoma and stop for gas.
Right.
And so, you know, it's just different that way. And I would get there a lot faster.
Right.
So, but you know, and it has all the instruments. It's got ADS-B. It absolutely tells the FAA everywhere I am, at what altitude I'm at.
Right. Yeah.
So, and it's really great. You know, like when we had that snowstorm, you know, the reason that I actually got back into flying was because about 5 years ago, I shot a match in February 14th, actually, Valentine's Day. I shot a match in St. George, Utah, and it was a rainy weekend, but it wasn't bad. And right as I was leaving the range to go to the airport, my flight was canceled. So I had to spend another night in St. George. I got up the next morning. It's sunny in St. George. It's beautiful. Everything looks great. It's wonderful. I think, yeah, this is going to be great. Flights are all still canceled. I drive into Vegas. Flights are still canceled, but then all of a sudden, miraculously, I get a flight from Vegas to Nashville with a layover in LA, or a plane change in LA. I don't like it, but my wife wants me to come home. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is going to be crazy. But, you know, she's like, hey, just get home. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Go to Vegas. I get stuck in Vegas with all of my shit that I just shot a match with. I mean, I've got like out the front knives. I've got I've got a knife with a blade longer than 4 inches. I've got all of my firearms are, you know, not California friendly. And so I didn't leave my hotel room for like the 2 or 3 days that I was stuck there. And the whole time I'm stuck there, I'm like, I'm gonna get my own fucking plane, because I could have flown back. Like I was literally like watching my friends take off and land from local airfields the entire time that the airlines weren't landing.
All right.
And I was like, no, this sucks. And so then I went to as soon as I got back, I bought an airplane. I bought the Dragonfly, and I started putting it together. And I got back. I started taking lessons again, and soloed again, and did all that stuff. And then, then since then, it's just been like, with the whole time I was in Vegas, I'm like, I'm gonna go fucking rent a plane and fly. This is the only downside is I have to fly it back next week, and I'm gonna get charged like a bunch of money. But this sucks. And yeah, it's pretty, but that's the whole reason why is I prefer to be in control of my own destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like even you driving home, you know, you guys had, you know, bad weather and stuff that I would have just flown through. Right. Like yeah. I would have, even if I had to land for a few hours to let the weather clear out, I still would have beat you home. Right.
Oh yeah.
And it just, that was the entire purpose of, that was the entire reason I did that. And what it reminds me of is how in this country, travel wise, we're really spoiled in that we can get on a plane. Like I can decide, I could wake up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and decide I need to go to anywhere in the United States, and I can be there before dinner time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can book a flight and go to the airport and get on the plane, and I'm there.
Yeah.
anywhere in the country. And in most places, I can be there before lunch.
Right.
And we've gotten really used to that. We've also got really used to the idea that we can get in our car and we can drive anywhere in the country, no problem. The road system is so great. It just, it's very rare that you cannot get somewhere, right? But then when you can't, it like jacks everything up.
Right.
It's not a small thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a fucked up pain in the ass for us. Don't get me wrong, because, coming back, we had we only had to stay over an extra night, and it sucked because it was like an hour away from home that we had to stay over,
Right.
So that whole circumstance sucked. But at the end of the day, it was time, and time was not a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It really wasn't that big of a deal. And so that's part of it. And then you never know. I've told the story. I mean, there have been years that I've been shows that I've gone to that I've come home with a literal vehicle packed down as heavy as it could be with, thousands of dollars in product. And if you're flying commercial, that ain't happening. And even if you had your own plane, you do have weight limits and other things, right? So, that could still be an issue. So like one year coming back from SHOT, I had about $22,000 and $2,500 worth of shotgun trap machines and targets and stuff. And there ain't no doubt that'd have been overweight,
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit was heavy.
There are limits, but it's just, I think so, and I don't know why I'm talking about this tonight. I guess I'm just kind of killing time, but so back, what kicked a big kick in the pants to aviation was COVID. And all of a sudden everybody wanted to fly and fly themselves because, they couldn't fly because you go to the airport and they wouldn't let you on the plane. They wouldn't let you on a plane if you even had if you sniffled, right? And you had to sit, you had to have a space in between you, and you had to wear a mask and all of that. And COVID really bumped up aviation. And then you have the airlines have just, constantly, it used to be where an airline ticket, you could fly for you could fly to Vegas for $100,
Right.
And now it's like $300, $400, and I've seen ticket prices like $800. And so I started looking at, it as my time and money are worth something. And the idea that I would be shut down because of an agency that has to cater, obviously, to many, many people is crazy. So I would much rather just kind of control my own destiny. And look, it's not for everyone. I say that it is. Flying is easier, in my opinion, than driving a car. I think that it's more practical in a lot of ways. There's a lot of pluses to knowing how to fly. You can always rent an airplane. There's there are flying clubs that can cut cost. But I looked the other day, and I just was just fucking around. I don't know why I did. I looked the other day, if I just wanted to go out and buy a Piper Cherokee, right? This is a IFR plane, 4-passenger, reasonable, and it can actually carry 4 people. Reasonable cargo loading, relatively inexpensive to maintain. I could buy one for $85,000. And that sounds like a lot. But the last pickup truck I looked at was $90,000.
Right.
Right. I thought, so I started putting things into perspective. And then I'm looking at, and I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, hey, you know what? If you buy it on a 10-year note, you're paying $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
For your airplane. Now there's other expenses. You need a hangar most of the time. You don't have to have one, but you should. I mean, even if you tie it down, there's gonna be a few bucks for tie down cost. You're gonna have to have maintenance every year. That's gonna be a couple of thousand, that it's no different than any other mechanical thing, whether it's a boat, motorcycle, a car, you're gonna spend a couple of grand in maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. And and you have fuel costs and things like variable costs like fuel and spark plugs and shit like that. But again, being able to just get in your airplane and go the fuck wherever you want. I have a friend of mine in Alabama. He's down on the coast or near the coast.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we were talking about it, and he used his airplane so much. He's like, he will just randomly, him and his wife would fly from Alabama to New Orleans and have dinner.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's an 1.5-hour trip. It's like 7 hours to drive, 5 or 6 hours to drive it, whatever it is, because you got to go, you can't go straight there. You got to go up into Alabama and then over and then back down. But the airplane goes straight. And he's like, yeah, I get here in like an 1.5 hours. We go have a great dinner, and then we fly back.
Yep.
And he's like, I use my airplane all the time. And I think that a lot of people just don't really realize that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I had back in the 90s, I did some cable contracting and stuff. Is whenever they were first starting to put in cable internet, and the boss for the company that I was subcontracting for, he had 2 planes. He actually had 2 planes and a helicopter, and he flew all the time, and he flew us to jobs and stuff all the time.
Yeah,
which was awesome. Didn't have to drive, whatever. What he would do is he would have one of his low tier whatever employees drive our vehicles.
Yeah.
With our luggage and our other stuff.
Yeah.
He would have them to drive our vehicles wherever we needed to go, and then also drive the service vehicle if that was needed, like the bucket truck was needed or something, right? He would have them to drive those already down there, and then he would just fly us in. Yeah, and then he would grab the gophers, you know what I mean? And he would, of course, fly them back,
Yeah. He didn't want to have to pay the expensive guys 3 days of driving or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, exactly. And whenever we got done with the job, it was the same thing. He would show up with his gophers, and they would hop in. We'd already have everything packed, and they would hop in the trucks and head back, and we would just jump in the plane, and in a couple of hours we were home.
Yeah. Lauren, yes, you can fly with the windows open if it has windows that open. Cessnas famously you can fly with the doors open. However, it's very difficult to open the doors while you're flying, and most of the time we just take the doors off. So,
right.
My Taylorcraft, you can, I guess I know you can fly it with no doors, but it's a lot of drag. It slows you down a lot. You really want the doors on it, unless you're parachuting out or something. But man, I don't know, man. I just think that it's an interesting thing, and I guess the whole point is that and how we kind of got here is, every few years I get stuck somewhere because of weather, where commercial will not fly.
Right.
And if I had my own plane, I could fly around it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can, hop from
Sure.
instead of going straight, I can hop up here, over there,
Yeah.
down there, and back here. Right. I'm good to go.
Right.
And so it's one of those things where at some point you just either suck it up and drive on, or you make a change. And I'm making the change, man. I really, really hate depending on bus drivers to get me somewhere. And that's,
Right.
I literally look at commercial aviation as, they're bus drivers.
Oh my God. You talk about, have you ever rode on a bus?
Yeah.
Long time ago, probably, right? So
Yeah.
there was a thing going on in DC, and I just I did not have the vehicle to go at the time. And this was quite a few years ago. It was before we figured out that renting was expensive and all that. Anyway, just money was an issue. And I looked into bus ticket from here to DC. It was going to take like 3 fucking days. And
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay, fuck that. I ain't riding on a bus for 3 fucking days. Like,
I've not been on a Greyhound or anything like that, I think, ever. I don't think I've ever done it.
Yeah. Like, no.
And I don't think I've missed out. I had a friend of mine, though, that took a bus from Denver, Colorado to somewhere in Texas to pick up a car. And I was like, this is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard of. And he's like, yeah, the bus ticket was like $20 or $30, and the airline ticket was like 99 or 100. He's like, I'll suck it up. I'll drive. But it was literally like a 2-day deal.
Yeah.
To drive the bus down.
Right.
And I was like, I make that. It is a 15-hour. I'm fair enough. It's a 15-hour trip, but I mean, we just drove it. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15 hours. I don't even flinch it. 15 hour drive. It's when they get up into the 18 and 20 hour that's like,
see,
that's what I'm looking at for GunCon.
That's my determination if I'm going to fly commercial or not, because 14 hours, no problem.
Yeah.
But 15 hours, now you're starting, and it doesn't sound like much, but 15 to 18 hours in that 3 hours there, man, it's like, I'm more than likely now I'm going to have to stop for a hotel. And now I've added more expense, more time. Even if I have a co-driver, unless I really know that person, or it's really, really important that I get there, it's no way. Because you don't know. I mean, most people can't sleep very well in a car. And so even if you think that they've gotten rest, they may not have. And the last thing I need is to wake up with the car flipping over because they fell asleep and we ran off the road.
Right. They're not waking up at all.
Yeah. And I because I've had that actually happen to me. So I don't like, I have a very I have a limit of risk, and that's on it.
I can go. I mean, I've went 38-ish hours straight before. So, I mean, and I've done better than 30 multiple times. I think the most is about 38-ish. But I've went more than 30 multiple times. I've went more than 20. I mean, I don't even care to count. So, I mean, doing it is one thing. But, like I said, usually when it gets up, it's kind of depends on how I feel at the time, and it kind of depends on what's going on. But once it gets up close to about 18, most of the time it's find a place to stay.
Yeah.
But then you've got timing. That's the other thing with that, right? So like if you're out, and because checkout's fucking like 11 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So let's say that you're driving, and let's say it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and you've hit your 18. I've hit my 18 hours, right?
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever the fuck. Do I want to pull over and get a hotel for fucking 6 hours worth of sleep?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or do I
into a
just,
rest area and
or
try
do I
and-
just pull into a rest area, take a nap for like an hour, and then keep going?
Yeah.
You know?
So, and I've made all of those decisions. So
Yeah.
one of my, pardon me. So one of the things that I guess one of the deciding factors when I'm doing this, like I drove from Hayward, California, which is right on the coast, to Bowling Green, Kentucky in 32 hours. Yes, I was hauling. No, I stopped outside of I want to say Oklahoma City. No, it was in Texas. It's where they used to have this huge billboard that talked about the massive steak that you couldn't eat if you ate it if you
That's outside of Amarillo somewhere, because
Amarillo,
that
where
place is
I stopped
in
outside of
Amarillo.
Amarillo, and I slept for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I would have slept longer, but I was literally just pulled over on the side of the road.
Oh shit! You were going from Amarillo to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I was headed that direction.
Or vice versa. That's the shittiest, horriblest. Like, talk about want to just hang yourself drive. Is
It is.
Oklahoma to Amarillo, Oklahoma City to Amarillo is the most terrible stretch to drive ever. Period. Well, I say that. There's one more stretch. There's one more stretch that's bad too, and that's Colorado Springs to
Pueblo.
in Kansas.
Oh, to Kansas. Oh, yeah. That's up through Wyoming.
Not Wichita, but what's north of Wichita?
No, you're talking about you go through Wyoming. You go up Colorado Springs.
No. Colorado Springs over to Kansas. So from Colorado Springs east.
I've never tried that southern route.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh my God, it's pretty rough.
It is Wichita, Kansas.
Maybe it is. Yeah, I don't remember. It's somewhere in fucking Kansas. But
it's right outside of Oklahoma.
It's terrible. Like it's the most fucked up thing. You're driving along and you think you're seeing shit, but you look and it's all like sunflowers and corn and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And like you look and it's a cornfield, and in the middle of a cornfield, I shit you not, there's like a quarter acre that's like flat and carved out, and there's an ATM sitting there. And you're like, that's the most fucked up thing. And then you'll go a little further and it'll be the same thing, but it'll be a gas pump. Yeah. It'd be like a double gas pump in the middle of a cornfield. Nothing else.
Yeah. It is interesting because I remember, so I did, I made this drive in 32 hours because I was going to leave Monday, and my wife's like, no, stay. Yeah. I was going to leave Monday and drive and split the trip and get there Wednesday morning, or Wednesday afternoon, so I'd have time to sleep before Thursday. As it was, I left. I delayed. I left Tuesday. I drove all the way through, and I got there late Wednesday night, like late, like midnight. 32 hours, and it was crazy. And I was like, this sucks. I don't want to do that again. And after that, I really I've done some pretty long road trips, but not like that. But 32 hours was rough. And and so the thing is that
there's a psychological barrier at 24. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and you can push through it. It can happen, but holy fuck, at 24 it's rough.
Yeah. And I did the thing is that for me, generically, I'm traveling. If I'm traveling like that, I'm traveling for a match, or I'm traveling for some kind of event or something, and I need to be fresh. So I want to get there fresh.
Yeah.
And we talk about this in the video that I just made for Gun Prattle. From 14 hours. So I try and leave super early in the morning. I like to pack everything the day before, and I want to leave, if possible, I want to leave at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 3 and 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And That way at 14 hours, it's like 6 o'clock at night. I can still, I will always feel like I can drive, but I know I'm tired and I'll stop. I'll then I can get a hotel. I can get a good night's sleep. I can get a good meal in me, and then I can finish up the next day.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll skip that and I'll be like, hell with it. I'm just going to do 18 hours and I'll just drive 3 hours tomorrow. And that almost always wrecks me, because then I don't get a good meal. I end up having to get shit out of the vending machines in the hotel lobby. It's just, it just doesn't, it very rarely works out the way you want it to.
Right.
So I don't do that. But if I fly, if it's going to be over 14 hours and I fly, like I get there in 3 hours, I have no problems. Everything's great. As long as the weather cooperates, for the most part, and we don't have any like winter storms or ice, everything's great. And that's kind of where that's still draw the line there. Like I think that's where most people ought to really, I think most people don't really figure out what the reality of their travel is. They just are very cavalier about it. Helping Hound, Uber Skies is going to be crazy. I actually, I was booked on, I didn't get to do it, but I was booked on an Uber helicopter. So I have Uber helicopters in, I think it's called Uber Express or something, in New York City. You just meet them at the helipad and they'll fly you wherever. It's expensive. And I ended up not needing to be anywhere in a particular hurry. So I just didn't need to.
Yeah.
So, but, and I don't mind flying with guns. Flying with guns to me is like second nature.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Takes 3 days to take the train across the country. Yeah. It takes, realistically,
I've never done that.
if you are disciplined, you can drive across the country in 3 days with no problem.
There's a tourist line here. It's about 60 miles or so. You go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've rode it way back in the day. It's mainly they run the steam engine, but anyway, I've never rode on a train like Amtrak, like none of that shit.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I probably should one day just to do it.
Man, it's been probably 10 years or so, but I had, we got a flat on one of the cars, as we were coming into the Bay Area, and we got over the bridge and there's like left it at a gas station. And the only way I could get back to it was to take the train, which was literally, fortunately, there was a station like right near my house. So I could walk to this train depot, get on the train, was able to ride it basically all the way around the bay to near where the car was. And then I got a short Uber, to where the car was. And I made it home. But, well, actually I took it to the tire shop and had the tire fixed, and then I made it home. Yeah. But, it was an interesting thing, because I didn't realize that you could do that anymore, but it absolutely you can. And, so that was cool. And then, when I was in France, we rode, the high speed train through France, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Never done that.
Pardon me. And one time when we were, on like a fall or winter vacation, winter break or whatever, with my kid, with Aiden, my oldest, we went from New York down through Boston, and just kind of down through New England, and because we were looking at colleges. So we stopped at Brown and Harvard and another, I forget which the other one was, but so we just went down the colleges, and the train was pretty easy to deal with there.
My My dad has told stories before back, and this was like in the '60s. That they would go all over the fucking place. They would hop freight trains.
Yeah.
And they would go all over the place hopping freight trains.
I've heard about it. I've never seen it done, but
this was back in the '60s. But
yeah.
oh yeah, he's like you sleep, and he's like you wake up and you can kind of figure out where you're at,
Yeah.
when you're rolling through certain towns or whatever, and hop off and eat lunch here, and then hop back on another train.
Yeah.
Like they just went all over the place and spend weeks sometimes, according to him. Just train hopping.
Yeah, Cam, I'm in there with you, man. I've driven all over the country. As far as I know, the only state I haven't been to or through with me driving, I haven't been to Maine. And I've been close, but I have not actually been in North Dakota. But I've been to Iowa, Idaho, Washington, the entire eastern or the entire western half of the country, as far as I know. I've been to every state except for North Dakota, which is weird because I went to South Dakota, but I didn't get to.
Yeah. I've got a lot. I got a lot on my list I hadn't been
The
to.
entire been through the entire middle of the country. Illinois, Indiana, Ohio.
That's me. The middle and the like flyover country.
Yeah.
The Midwest, and then all of the South. So the Pacific Northwest, that area, and then New England area I haven't been to or drove in.
I've been to the entire eastern seaboard. Actually probably the only state, because I've been to Alaska. They're probably the only state I didn't drive there though. Probably the only state that I haven't been to is Hawaii. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to the Virgin Islands. Maybe we ought to do that, but I think that might be the only state that I haven't collected. Yeah, I think so.
You ain't missed nothing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, because other than North Dakota, I've been to Wisconsin several times, Wyoming, Minnesota.
I got a buddy. His sister's a traveling nurse, and last time I talked to him, which was I don't know a few months ago, he was saying she's still in Hawaii. She went out there for a job that was going to be like a few weeks, and she's been out there for a few months at this point. She keeps finding other temp jobs or whatever out there. Well, apparently she likes it out there. Talking about Hawaii.
Yeah.
Which weather's nice, all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
I get it, but gun laws stuck. So I couldn't do it.
I'm not sure I've been to Rhode Island. I might have missed Rhode Island.
Wyoming's getting land I know several people that live in Wyoming. I got friends up there, and land is getting more expensive, and there's getting more and more people that live there. It's a well kept secret that is not so well kept anymore. Apparently.
Well, I mean Wyoming,
Montana, same way.
In very specific places is getting populated, but I've driven through Wyoming and there's miles of nothing.
Oh yeah,
miles of it. So,
well, it's just a matter of time, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, we say that, but I don't think so anymore. I thought so, but one of the things that, and you have to really drive across country in like some weird ass places, but I drove down 10 once. I went down California, picked up 10 and drove 10 across into Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never seen so much stupid shit in my life because you're so close to the southern border. You're literally like, you're right there. And
it's pretty wild.
yeah, and but the thing that struck me is all of the towns that had been built back in previous, city exoduses and all of that, and were fucking gone.
Ghost town. Yeah. There's a lot of ghost towns.
Ghost towns.
Yeah.
And the same thing will happen in Wyoming. The same thing will happen in Montana because people move there, but it's so inhospitable.
I'll tell you what, and especially El Paso to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Like you better not pass the fucking gas station.
Right.
Like you better not pass the gas station. And I'm talking about even if you get good gas mileage.
50 miles, no services, they fucking mean it.
It's nuts. And the gas stations I'm talking about, you will consider passing it because it will literally be a portable building with a gas pump. You better not pass that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It ain't no joke, dude. Like from San Diego to El Paso. So San Antonio to El Paso is further than San Diego to El Paso. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. It's so interesting when we start talking about this. Everybody's like, well, you've got all of this, these places are being built up. Yeah. But Wyoming is very inhospitable and people aren't going to want to live there long term. And so it's the same thing that happened when people moved out into the desert. Everybody wants to live in the desert until they live in the desert.
Right.
And it sucks, and that's why people move back. And that's the same thing with Phoenix. Phoenix goes through these bursts of like everybody from California and Oregon and all these places moving into there. And then they realize how dry it is, how you can never escape the heat. You can never escape the dust, no matter how many yards of plastic you put down that looks like grass in your front yard. It's still fucking plastic, and it's still going to be dusty and dirty and all that. And so these people are used to living in a different kind of desert because California is a desert, and they're used to being able to go to the ocean. They're used to being able to do all these things, and so they don't like it, and they move back, and then you have entire neighborhoods in cases that will just suddenly be empty and then full again because other idiots moved there. So I when we start talking about these movements into rural places, I laugh because the average American cannot tolerate actual rural America. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. It's well past time to quit. Clover Tech, I really appreciate you coming up, and I really appreciate your insight. I'm going to email John in the morning and just basically say, hey, I'm working on getting the videos up on the site, but I've been to SHOT Show. I have a very long history. My interviews are with fairly known people, except for the one today. And we're just trying to get things done here. Hopefully that's enough. If not, let me know. Blah blah blah, and we'll see what works up. Right. And really appreciate it, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out until the very end, especially you, Anson. I know that you are just really aggravated with how calm and normal this has been. I'm actually really interested. I'm really surprised that Anson did not engage with Joseph. I felt like that was a perfect opportunity for Anson to have fun with someone, and I'm very shocked. Very adult of you, Anson. Very adult. As always, ladies and gentlemen, be cool. Wear the glasses if you need them, and go to bed.